Never cut us down.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Pull up a chair and join us in the alcove, here with episode 53 of our homebrewed 5th edition D&D campaign, The Chaoslands. As always, before we start, we have a handful of quick announcements, so let's get through those. We go live on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, with VODs available immediately after the stream ends. You can subscribe to the channel down below to get a notification when we're about to go live. While you're following us on the streaming platform, you'll also find links to all of our social media accounts: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, etc. Go ahead and follow those for all of the latest news and schedule updates, as well as awesome character arts, profiles, and other fun things, including potential schedule updates or dates of one-shots and things that we're planning to do. Also, a big shout out to Syrinscape, because epic games need epic sound. Syrinscape is a digital app with a collection of amazing sound sets and music that we use to improve the ambiance of our game and stream. If you're looking for a way to improve the immersion at your RPG table, go check them out at Syrinscape.com.
It's been like 100 games. How have you not figured out that's there?
They're never gonna sign us on, you guys.
We also occasionally use music from Critical Role's Welcome to Taldore, Welcome to Wildmount, and Candela Obscura collection albums, as well as some royalty-free music courtesy of Riot Games. The links to those can also be found below. Alright?
Yeah.
Anybody have anything else to add?
Yeah.
2 years.
Oh yeah, it's been 2 years, guys.
Don't make
We've been streaming for about approximately 2 years.
2 years.
But I
It's been
can't
a lot of
not
fun.
say.
Oh,
Just R.I.P. to our friend
our friend.
Matthew Perry. Yeah.
It was sad.
Sad day.
But hey, 2 years.
Yes.
Take this opportunity to tell your friends that you appreciate them.
Next segue.
Lavin.
In honor of our friend.
Derek. Faye. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mike.
minute.
I appreciate you too. Let's begin our dive into the chaos.
Son of a bitch.
Can do. I'm scared. I'm gonna die again. I know it.
The Iron Will, after arriving in the Frostfang woods, traveling through the strange interplanar chaos energy that suffuses the continent of Rivenat, had been searching for a way to revive their fallen companion, the Big One, Artificer of Schema. After hearing of a blessed shrine within the woods, he traveled through the strange fey magic that surrounded the region, did battle with a powerful archfey who had corrupted the waters of the shrine, and after a brief foray into the Feywild, returned to your friend with a small flask filled with the waters of the shrine. Discovering that none of you were able to handle this water without a feeling of discomfort, or in some cases, actual physical pain, but having faith, thanks to Kalthir and the inland Vari and the magic within the waters, you poured it down the throat of your fallen ally and discovered a strange magic taking hold within him. His body and mind restored, but not entirely as you had last met him. Instead, he had no recollection of you all, or the strange accident that caused him to lose his arm. And over the course of the night, you witnessed a strange, almost spectral arm slowly manifest and take form where his formerly damaged arm had been. After a long-awaited night of restful sleep and a late morning, surrounded by the cheerful animals and warm sunlight gracing Elmer's home, the Green Moss Grove, you decided on where to head next, with the Big One convinced into heading along with you all on an adventure, despite not knowing any of you. You decided to leave the old druid behind and head south, on your way out of the woods and in the general direction of the Rexate of Silthia, looking for answers about the lightning rifts, their origins, and this strange mystery that seems to have tied all of your fates together. So, as you all begin to head out of the warm, welcoming confines of the Green Moss Grove, shortly, it's about noon, maybe a little afternoon. What would you like to do?
So we have a long rest done now.
Yes,
Correct.
I do
Yes.
not
you
do
have
that.
completed your long rest.
Yay.
There's a few squirrels and woodland animals that are sort of leading
this long
the
rest.
direction towards your south.
This long rest we took the end of last session, right?
Yeah. It's just
Technically.
fully done now, yeah.
It was already done during the last session. I think you just had it updated.
Yeah, I just didn't do it yet.
Oh,
Just confirm.
I think they were.
You woke up, you had
Probably
breakfast, you discussed what to do next. And then you, with Elmer sending a couple of woodland animals along with you for direction, began to head south.
So wait, you're telling me that there's a portal under Schema that took you to a place where we fought a dragon? That's crazy. That's crazy.
And you got zapped by lightning a few times and then you fell dead.
Thankfully, I don't remember that, or it wasn't actually me, but kind of sounds pretty cool.
You look pretty cool doing it too. You had this
Dying?
cape. Well, yeah, because
Oh.
you had this cape that would go like in the wind whenever you felt like.
Don't think I have that cape anymore either.
Wasn't it magical?
If it was magical,
I think you still have it.
Then it's in my bag and I don't know about it.
A little bit behind with Argner's team. So we went through the portal. We fought the Weaver.
Oh, you're telling that story. Yeah, that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
just
So
like
I'm
running
catching
in
up
there.
and he's catching
Yeah.
up.
She
Yeah, that makes
told
sense.
everyone information. You asked for privacy. So unfortunately, none of us can really help you gain back that which you lost.
And you're saying that you took me to a brothel and I saw naked women for the first time?
Yes, you were very
Damn, I
excited
wish I
about the
remembered
boobies.
that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good
How
time.
long did this happen for?
Uh,
It looked like, to me, we were literally just kind of like splashing in the pool.
I mean, we weren't there for too long. Couldn't have been more than 30 minutes, maybe less.
There was also a time where you got drunk on apple martinis.
I really need to learn about these apple martinis.
You were a big fan.
We'll have to try those. I
It was-
still don't know what a martini is, but anything apple typically is amazing.
Yes, well, you very much liked it. I think the three of us got a little bit crazy.
Happy.
Happy.
Oh,
Happy.
I'm generally pretty happy, but
Oh, but that
A little
day you
more
were
You had
happy?
also
especially
made me
happy.
a brewing container that
Oh.
disappeared. What's up with that?
yep, I don't know.
You still have the one that I gave you, though, right?
Oh, there you go. She gave
The
you
chemistry set, yeah?
one. Wait,
Sure,
you're
I
trying to
can
use a chemistry
brew
set for brewing?
Beer.
Yeah.
That
Those
won't
little
work
vials.
for ale. I can. If you ever need it, I can certainly whip something up to help.
I made it.
Oh, okay, well, maybe when we find some downtime.
The one that I got him should suffice.
Oh,
Laz, don't get me wrong, but that's more like for spirits.
For spirits?
And even then,
You mean like ghosts?
yes.
yes. Thankfully, I have something that protects me from.
Oh, that won't hurt a ghost.
No.
Oh.
What did you ask to see?
I actually didn't really ask any specific question other than if she was somehow connected to Linvari. Turns out, a long time ago, she knew Linvari's former champion.
Hiroshi.
Hiroshi.
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
This is all coming from this entity that took the form of an otter.
Yes.
You can understand why I'm a little bit skeptical about this.
I mean, you were there when the Weaver first showed up, but I think all we've been through this isn't that far-fetched.
That's fair to say.
I'm sorry, you guys have got it all wrong. My father really isn't that nice of a guy. I don't
He
think he'd
is
welcome
the
you into our
best.
home that easily.
Spark Guy? Are we talking about the same person? He's like yay big.
He's a gnome. He's got white hair.
Yes.
Artificer.
Yeah, that's
Same
him.
guy. Not
That's
very
him.
nice.
Oh, but he's the best. He has so many like cool books. You can learn about
Well, a
anything.
lot of people have cool books. Doesn't make them that nice.
No, but he's very nice,
Oh,
and he
okay.
really cared a lot about you.
Well, that's kind of warming to hear, but
He made me swear that I would protect you. That's how much he cared about you, and that he knew that he could trust me because I'm a really good fighter and super strong and smart and everything.
Didn't your big one die? That's neither here nor there. Sorry, yes, continue.
I'm just saying, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy.
I mean, you're the big one.
I am the big one.
You were dead until yesterday.
I suppose, yeah, thank you for... I'm still kind of fuzzy on how that all works, because I just went to bed and then you said I was dead and then... But something's weird there, but happy to be back.
I suppose you don't really think about, oh, I'm going to die. No, you just die.
But I'm guessing you didn't come to my... If I died in my bed, you didn't show up and pull me from my deathbed to drag me out here and then wake me up, right? So something's a little... What was the saying you said? Time is a weird soup.
Time is a weird soup. Wibbly
Yeah.
wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Something like that, yeah. Wibbly.
Wobbly.
What are your thoughts on our new friend? New old friend.
Does seem very different from, not very, but he is different from our old big one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little more confident, should I say?
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, what have you been thinking?
It just seems this big one is not the one that we knew before, and I don't know what that means for wherever he came from. I do want to try something. I don't know what will happen. One sec. And I'm going to send a message, and I'm going to focus in my mind of the big one that we once knew, picturing specifically from my past the big one, remembering him as he was. I'm going to try to send a message that's just going to say, hello, how are you doing? Did you get this? That's it.
Did I get it? I look behind me. Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you again for checking in. I'm saying this all in your head now.
Yeah, well, you can respond to the message.
yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's very lovely to have friends that check in on you. But yeah, having a great day.
Great. Just wanted to make sure that I could connect to you. Everything's a bit odd right now, so can't take
Understandably.
Things keep getting stranger. I mean, I tried sending him a message as I do anyone else. Specifically, though, I was trying to send a message to the big one we knew, not the one we know now. But as you just saw, he turned around. He acknowledged it, so he is connected. He is
Replaced him in our...
For all intents and purposes, he is the big one.
Strange though, like this time travel that we've been experiencing. Now we come across this water that allows us to bring someone from another, I'm just assuming a potentially timeline, to replace our own.
I guess. I mean, it was a shrine to Linvari, but the magic at play here is unlike anything I've seen. It did not seem as simple divine magic as I know it anyways. I don't know what that means.
Do we have any of this water left over?
I don't have any. I used everything we had in that container for the big one.
Astra, you mentioned that little dog thing was mine, right?
Yes.
Did you name it the Professor?
Yes, he had a much longer name, actually.
I remember that oddly, but I don't remember the dog. It's kind of weird.
You remember the name?
Yeah, just sort of. I mean, it's a fantastic name, first of all. I mean, if that creature was mine, it certainly would fit very, very well, but I don't I don't remember the creature itself, but I remember it being called the Professor, and you told me yesterday or earlier today that you had named it, but didn't tell me the name.
Yes, well, the Professor was just for short.
Yeah, and then I'm going to relay everything that you wrote down, whatever it says there.
Sir Archibald M.O., the
Didn't it stand
K9
for Sir
Professor.
Bolshevik? Yeah, I'm going to say that. It's a pretty ingenious name when you think about it, but you created that.
Oh wait, I didn't finish. Sorry, there's the second line.
Oh.
Sir Archibald M.O., which stands for Magnus Opus, which is masterpiece. The
Oh, wow.
K9th, which is a silent K. Professor of Pomology, apples. Protector of Ward 1. Short form, the Professor.
It's pretty ingenious, but yeah, that name kind of came to me. It's weird. But yeah, great name. Phenomenal
you.
name.
Does that mean you're starting to remember our big ones?
Oh, I don't think so. Just kind of, that would have been what I named it, I think. If
You would have come up with that name.
yeah,
exactly.
like I said, it's a great little play on, what I like, and again, I didn't create that dog, so that was your big one. It's just I would have chosen a similar name. That's all.
While we're on that topic,
Oh yes.
so you mentioned how your Spark Eye in your world, a bit of a douche canoe. Yes, and then
Oh,
you also
wow.
mentioned
I
not
don't know what a
having
douche canoe
any
is, but-
friends, being kind of a loner,
Well, I mean, I had.
being really sad all the time,
few.
wishing you had friends.
Seems like you're putting a lot of words in my mouth, but
Pretty
that's
sure that's what you said.
unfortunately the gist of it. Yes.
Well, good news,
Yeah.
because here in this world, you have lots of great friends, me being your best friend,
Yes,
and
you've said
being
that a few
the
times.
most greatest.
Sure.
And then also, your dad here is lovely. He's not a douche canoe at
Oh.
all. So here's the thing that I'm thinking. Whenever we go and we do see Spark Eye again,
You wanted me to pretend like I'm.
I didn't say that. But yes.
Oh, I mean, we could be honest with him and say, look, things got mixed up, but if he's happy to see me, I'll be happy to see him if he's in a not so angry mood.
Oh, he's never angry.
Oh,
I've
that's good.
he would never hurt a fly.
Oh, I've seen him kill many flies. He's actually created some crazy contraptions that kill
Okay,
them
well, maybe
in
flies.
very violent ways.
Just torture.
The gargoyles at the gate service.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Zapper. Like Zapper.
Yes, he sometimes hits pedestrians walking by too, but
Well, wait till you see this Spark Eye, because he
Oh.
loves you. You're gonna love him.
oh,
And
love's
then
a big word.
No.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
You don't think that your father loves you?
I mean, I would like to think he does in some regards, but he doesn't have the best way of showing it, let's just say that. In fact, he probably doesn't miss that I'm gone at the moment, if he even notices I'm gone.
Sounds like a true douche canoe.
What's a douche canoe?
Your dad.
Oh. Weird.
Well, your other dad.
My other... No, my dad. This is the other... I'm really confused.
Your biological, somehow, dad.
Oh, Sparkeye's not my biological father.
Oh, good. You know that. Okay.
Oh, wait, I mean...
Our big one, there was a whole thing.
You've seen how little he is, right?
I know.
I mean, my mother would have to be an elephant.
Yeah, like we all...
And even I don't think that would work still.
Thank God we don't have to...
No, he told me
introduce you.
of how he adopted me, and
Well, your dad is a very ingenious man. I wouldn't put behind him.
he may have found a way to make that work. Interesting.
Very good with contraptions.
As we're going, just over time, I am going to be trying to make sure that we're at least heading in the general direction of which way we were told to go. I know there's animals trying to kind of lead us in a direction, so I'm trying to make sure we don't go off the path.
I was gonna ask who's leading the way. How are you guys traveling? Which one of you is
Probably the two. You said you were talking behind.
we could
but
be
you
walking out
you
front.
know,
I could,
across
like,
that.
yeah.
You could
periodically
also
be
just
going
be
up the
using like
tree.
the psychic
Yeah, he just goes up
connection to
sometimes.
just
Yeah.
talk with each other.
Just periodically going up the tree,
Yeah.
then down, coming down.
I want to be up there.
I want to be way off the beaten
Doesn't matter.
path.
This isn't
Yeah.
on screen anymore.
It's
Yeah.
not actually where you are.
Yeah.
So you're leading. Keeping
From
an
the
eye
ground.
over the-
He's leading from the treetops.
Well, from the ground, you'll have to make a survival check.
Sure. Do I get advantage because of animals?
Yes, you actually did.
Sick.
Oh, wisdom.
Oh, that what did it get? Is that better than the other one?
It rolled out. Doesn't count. That's our rule. It's the
I
same.
rolled the exact same thing. 16.
Nice try.
The weather is nice. Your surroundings are fairly like serene and peaceful. Occasionally, you'll hear off in the distance some croaking of frogs, some chirping of birds.
Pretty good.
But very quickly, as you begin to move away from the Green Moss Grove, you begin to feel, and this almost immediately overpowers the big one in particular. Your sense of smell just begins to get flooded with strange, almost like sulfurous, like
Farts.
minerals and rotten eggs.
Blood? Or is it actual like minerals?
Sulfur.
Okay.
And it begins to feel incredibly humid.
I thought he said iron
hot.
for some reason. He said sulfur. No,
The
that's
entire
not
region is. You traveled through this to get here in the first place. Fairly geothermally active.
Oh yes, right.
And that's what helps moderate the temperature of these woods, and it prevents it from becoming permanently cold, particularly in this region. But the smell, and particularly how wet and humid everything is, there's a thin layer of almost like beads of water that begins to form on your armor and your skin, and it's fairly exhausting to travel through, to be honest. But taking it slow, particularly with the occasional cloud passing over the sun and not getting too hot, you make fairly reasonable progress throughout the day. Your day of travel already relatively short because of how late you all woke up and slept. You seem to be making fairly good progress, and following these woodland animals, they seem to be leading you in the direction that you should go. You haven't lost sight of them yet, so your first little leg of travel through these hot and humid sort of wood. You can call it a woodland marsh almost. Goes fairly uneventfully.
If we come across clean water, I want to make sure that I stop and collect.
Okay. Roll a d4.
D4?
Yes.
So, actually, you can do that, but I am going to do something else this time.
4.
You don't spot any sort of like clean running water. You do spot a few pools of what seems to be almost like a milky grayish water.
yeah.
We're all getting
Ew.
Giardia.
Do not
for
drink that
sure.
water.
Mark Mir.
I'm just gonna. I don't know if you're actually going over to it, but I'm just gonna say. Actually, I've been thinking on it. No. I think there's something that can help us during our travels, and I sit down and pull out just one of like the cloths that I have, and I take a minute and just do some hand gestures, and on the cloth there, and I'll. Do you still have that container?
No.
You don't have any container?
I mean, I have...
Oh wait, the
kit?
one that you tried scooping the water with.
That
was
because
the.
it was the one.
Oh, I didn't know that was
gave
the
me.
kit thing. I thought it was just a big container you had.
But
I
he
mean,
has containers in the
I can-
chemistry kit I got
If
him.
you need something to hold something, I can produce that for you very quickly.
Just-
In fact,
This'll work.
Whoa!
Put that down beside it,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
And
I
I-
have a water skin. You can hold.
so
Oh, I sure wish I had a magnifying glass.
on this cloth,
That's not a tool.
you just see
Personally.
large amounts of food and water appear on the
yeah.
cloth and in the container. It's nothing like it's not like a fancy feast or anything, but
That's such a fancy feast.
no, it's like
a
pretty
cocktail.
bland foods, but it's
What
clean
kind?
water and I don't know, potatoes.
It's up to you. What does
Yeah.
the food look like?
Potatoes? I can brew them.
Have you been holding out on this?
No, I just actually learned how to do this.
I imagine it's probably some like traditional meal from where you're from.
Oh, Mr. Kelthier,
It's from
quite,
the place that you turn.
quite the
I
leader.
don't think I would know how to do that.
Such a wonderful leader. Thank you, Mr. Kelthier.
It's nothing special, but it will get us through our travels, I think.
I love
And we don't-
taters.
Sure.
Thank you.
We could use some meat with that.
Yes, unfortunately, I
Look
cannot.
for other
I
woodland
cannot make
animals.
that. But probably
You
just like
see a
beans
rabbit that's
and,
just sitting by the
like,
side,
carrots
just like
and potatoes,
pawing
like,
at itself.
but like
Wait,
all
wait,
uncooked.
wait. Is this one
all,
of
like-
Elmir's rabbits that are helping
Is
us?
that one of the rabbits that's
I have
helping us?
no idea.
I mean, I would.
It's
Those the ones
hanging
that are
around
helping
near
us.
you. Oh. There's been a lot of like animals coming and going. Kind of. It's not been the same animals in the same gardens throughout this entire thing.
I'm getting mixed messages here.
The tieflings, the angel and devil on your shoulder.
This, don't go stingy on this. This food will rot within a day. But I can keep doing this each day while we're
I'm
traveling.
quite hungry. You'll see my truck grab a potato.
Just a raw potato.
It tastes very bland.
Yeah.
It's not
It's-
delicious. It's
Is it
filling,
It's
but it's
fantastic.
Is it like a warm meal?
No.
Or-
There is just a raw potato.
Thank you.
It's like
that was
rations.
amazing.
Yeah, it's like rations. So like dried stuff,
I love
but like
potatoes.
no real like meats or anything. I don't think. Just yeah.
I'll get that
Just some
sorted
soylent.
out.
You
Yeah.
put that down.
Why?
He's here helping us. That's one of Elmir's. If you shoot him, first of all, it'd be very sad. And then the other ones, Timothy's gonna go back, tell Elmir. He's gonna come. Just don't do it, please.
If you're one of Elmir's, come over here.
They don't know English.
Can't you speak to animals?
I could if I wanted to.
Can you ask him?
Sure. Bunny, are you one of Elmir's? He said yes. He is one of Elmir's, in
Insight
fact.
check.
Yeah, roll deception too.
Oh.
This is what this is. Perception or
inside.
Insight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Natural 19 for 23.
19. I thought I rolled pretty good.
You did. You had advantage on it though.
Lass,
He's
you're
one of-
lying.
I am not.
You're lying,
I am
Lass.
not. I'm not
Ask the
lying.
rabbit.
I did. He
You
said
didn't.
he was just like.
You're lying, Lass. I
I'm
can
not.
tell.
I said to him, "Are you one of Elmir's?" And he's like, "Oh, who? Me?"
You're a 5
Don't you dare! And I
seconds.
jump in front of him.
Can I go and catch a rabbit? Try to catch a rabbit?
You can certainly try.
Be stealthy.
Make a stealth check and then a survival check afterwards.
A survival check?
That's what it's there for.
For catching that stuff? That's a 22 for stealth.
Okay. And then I now make a survival check to try and
Oh,
track down the
boy.
rabbit. Unless you're catching the same rabbit that is here. If you're are you trying to catch this rabbit that they're looking at?
It's the one that they're looking at.
Okay, then then you don't need a survival check for that.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you're trying to track down another rabbit,
Oh,
you
no,
need
no,
a
it's the one that was here. I'm just trying to grab it.
Okay, roll something for it then. You very easily sneak up behind it to the point where you could pick it up by its nape if you would like.
Yeah. I pick it up.
Don't know what sort of sound the rabbit makes. It starts squealing.
Squealing.
Wild rabbits are not this tame and trusting.
So, since I've been tracking the animals this whole time, and I'm very perceptive, can I tell if this is one of the animals I've been following?
Cool.
Make a perception.
As someone who played Almere,
Well, he sent.
all of the animals are
Well,
his animals. This is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, sure.
Just to clarify,
Have you been enslaved by Elmir? We can set you free.
10.
Look at the barrel.
Probably like over the course of the 5 or 6 hours that you've been traveling so far, probably been about like 20-30 different animals. Some birds,
Okay.
some rabbits, some squirrels,
Yeah.
some chipmunks, some
I'm not saying
rats, some like all sorts of strange woodland creatures that have been kind of helping you, even like a frog and a snake at some point.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to tell whether this rabbit is one of them or not.
I think out of respect for Elmer, until
Yeah.
we leave these woods, perhaps we don't harm the animals.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We've been following a variety of different animals at this point. I think he kind of gave word to the forest to help us.
It's not just being petted, and it's actually kind of enjoying it.
Please keep him.
All right.
I have plenty of food.
The potatoes
Are there any
are
carrots?
fine.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab one.
But you do kind of notice like there's a variety of different like looking vegetables and fruit and everything like that, but they all kind of taste the same.
No, that potato is much different.
There's not very like
I
the
must have got
variety
the
of
lucky
flavor is
one.
not really there.
So feeding a carrot to this rabbit.
It takes like a couple of bites and then just like scrunches its mouth.
He gets good stuff. I don't
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, it just died. It fell on my knife.
no. So fragile.
As you continue to travel, and you stop for this, you begin to realize that the sun is starting to get a little bit lower, particularly because of how dense the woods in this area are. Once the sun gets past a certain level in the canopy, it gets fairly dark fairly quickly. So you feel like in today's travel, probably because it was only about half a day, you haven't made as much progress as you would have liked, but you are on the right track. So
Can I have some of those potatoes?
Yes. For
Can
sure.
you make me a brewing barrel?
Oh, yes, just give me a few minutes.
It's gonna be the most bland beer ever.
it's also going to be the worst year ever. Because
Yeah, it's gonna go
bad
around real
within a day.
fast.
It'll ferment real quick.
Yeah.
Wait.
Have you ever tried making
It
beer
will
out
require.
of
It
rotten
will
potatoes?
require the first hour of our.
Huh?
It will require the first hour of our rest, but I can get you those.
Okay.
So.
So just in the bed right now?
I mean, are you
Yeah.
looking for somewhere to camp? Or are you just sitting down here in the middle of these trees and this?
Probably
Probably just look for somewhere that's not too like I don't know, somewhere that would be easily like set up a fire and easy for people to watch, not too exposed.
I'm assuming you climb up a tree and look around. Make a perception check to see if you can spot.
Or you die.
It was so close.
6.
Nice.
You can't spot any clearing or anywhere where you would be sort of like, you think there would be a cave or any of that sort, like for shelter or for a potential good spot to camp. But you can't help but notice a little ways away from you all, in a little, almost like a southeast direction. While you're almost looking out, there's like a giant tower of like steam that just rises and erupts and almost like a geyser.
Is that in the direction that we need to head, or is that?
It's close. It's also actually pretty close to where you all are. Probably about like 5 or 10 minutes away, and almost as like this geyser erupts, you feel like a few traces of like water and mist float in your general direction. It's hot.
But it's a tower.
It's
No,
like
it's-
a geyser that erupted, like a steam geyser.
Oh.
That erupted momentarily, and the mist from it almost like drifts in your general direction.
Gotcha.
Feels
We can use that to relaunch to a better
and then it slowly like simmers down.
And we along
You
the way,
all
have we come
heard
across-
in your vicinity like a little bit of like a shaking and a loud like.
Have we come
Geysers?
across like mini geysers along the way, or just
Yeah,
like
you guys would have seen them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got close to them.
A
yeah?
lot of like bubbling, sort of like geysers or small mineral pools. This entire area is fairly active.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like there's. Well, that was a large geyser. Not sure if that's something that we want to head towards. It's definitely very wet.
Perhaps not at night. It's hot.
No, it's only apparently. I guess it looks like it's about 5 minutes away. But yes, other than that, I can find a spot for us that looked like it would be too great for us right now. I can go take a look just around there. Someone wants to join me. Let's see. It's 5 minutes there, 5 minutes back.
I can certainly help if you let me. It's my first real adventure, guys.
I'll help if you apologize to Edgar.
Who's that?
Who's Edgar?
The rabbit.
We could just go.
Yeah. I'll put down my goggles and night vision. You'll see like the little tip of the rabbit still. Yeah.
It's kind of just beginning to like nuzzle. And it's just like
Seems to really like you.
I'm just hanging from here.
Yeah, I'll put down my.
actually make an animal handling check. It's
Oh,
just-
he's in the
Oh,
right way.
man.
Yeah.
Animal handling. Oh, why are they always wisdom? 18.
Okay.
it's kind of resting in your arm. Slightly beginning to doze off, actually.
Yeah, let's go. I'll put on my goggles of the night.
I'm putting them into like one of the pockets in the trench coat.
You begin to make your way through these fairly dense trees here with a very slick surface with all the humidity and moss growing across all of it. And you can sense that there's more moss growing in the direction that you're coming from. The ground itself is beginning to get a little bit slick. And the smell that was sort of overpowering.
Very, very strong. Yeah.
It's seeming to get even stronger in many ways. As you make your way forward, you don't feel any more geothermal activity, but you feel very hot and humid. The air is definitely not like it's warmer than comfortable.
I love this weather. Feels great.
About a few minutes later, you come out into this. It's almost like a small collection of ponds from where this water that has erupted from this geyser has kind of landed and has formed this strange geothermal almost. Looks like a series of rocky ponds and lakes. There's a few trees that are just like drenched, and some of the branches have been like cracked off and spread out all over. There's also some of the trees you can very clearly see like scorch marks almost from like scalding hot water spray.
Okay.
It looks fairly calm at the moment. It smells kind of terrible. But these sort of ponds have formed, you could say almost like a hot spring or like a spa type atmosphere where it's very like low-hanging mist, and the smell, while it's a little bit strange, you kind of get used to it. It helps almost like it feels nice and comfortable and earthy. Like
So we can clearly see the geyser that was like.
you
Like
can see
where the hole was.
Yeah, you can see there's a hole near where this sort of eruption
Massive.
It's a
happened.
nice moist.
But there's
spot.
like smaller pools around
Yeah,
it.
there's like a series of small pools around it, and there's this one almost like a tallish mound that this water seemed to have erupted from and then settled in the pools around it.
Probably don't want to sleep on that.
It could be a nice place to relax a little bit. And
Certainly.
if I stick my hand into one of the, I guess, our pools on the perimeter.
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's nice. It's warm. It's hot.
Yeah.
But it's not like burning. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. You can
Bath time?
the water feels a little different than normal water because it's like a little bit more mineral rich and dense. Your hand almost like feels a little bit more buoyant as you stick it in there. But
Could use a nice bath.
Dip.
Do we tell the others or just go on a nice little adventure?
We got here a little bit early.
Yeah.
We'll go back in.
Sure.
We'll get them.
I could message them from here. It might not be something you're capable of, but I will message Mr. Calthier. Mr. Calthier, we found a pretty nice spot to relax. There's some nice water for a bath, and I think it's a good spot to camp down.
All right. Thank you for messaging me.
Mr. Frodo.
I got you covered.
what spell are you using?
A message.
Message has a very limited range.
Oh yeah.
It's like 120 feet.
Did we go outside of 120 feet?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was like
That I said
5 minute
that?
walk.
You must
like
be
5-10
busy.
minute walk.
I didn't know we went that far.
Messaged me yet.
I messaged him. He should be here in a minute. We just have to wait.
Do you think they found anything?
I don't know. Can that trick that you pulled earlier? Can you make ale?
No. I can make more water.
What about macaroni and cheese?
Not really.
I think I still
Also
have some
the-
barley. Did you finish the brewing?
We
kit?
have to start the rest in order to do that, so I haven't started.
I
yet.
mean, I still need the brewing kit.
First hour of the watch, I can. He must be busy. We can go talk to them if you want.
I was ready, like, trying to get in the water.
I mean, I could go back.
How'd you
if
get your clothes off so fast?
If you want,
you know.
if you want to relax, I can go. I can go get them if you want to relax.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Okay, hold this so we know where to find you. It's dark out here, and I'm gonna grab one of those little balls you've seen before.
Yeah.
Click the little side button, it lights up.
Does it float?
Probably. It's electro steel. It's pretty light.
Oh, it's gonna be like a pool.
It's
deck.
not. It's not that dense.
Just me and the bunny.
It's gonna be belly up every time we get back.
We'll be back in just a few minutes, and I'll head the direction that we came from.
Just tenderizing.
Making rabbit stew.
Oh god, please don't kill them. They seem pretty upset with the idea of that. And then I'll go head back. When I get back, I'll be like, I messaged you, you may not have got it, but Arkmir is naked in a bath, and we found a really nice spot where we can all rest and relax. And
He's bathing in the fart water.
Water?
Water?
I don't know what a waffle is. I don't know what a waffle is. Yes, if you want to attempt to get in the waffle for them, I'm okay with that idea. It seemed really warm and nice, and no offense, you all kind of smell. It might be wise to get the smell water can't hurt that bad.
We smell worse than the fart water.
I don't think it's fart water. It seems to be geothermic water that has sprung from a geyser, so it's a little earthy, but
Well, it smells like butt toots.
Last, it's just water, you know. Like
it'll feel really good.
It smells a little bit, but then after it, like you clean just as well.
But I left him alone with the rabbit, so he might have killed him. We should probably
Oh my
move.
god, let's go.
I'm also gonna ask you though. Have you sent messages before to people?
Oh, yes. I mentioned to you, it's a trick my father has taught me. I still don't understand the barriers of it, or maybe I was not within your range if that's a thing, but... And then I'll send one and be like, just like this.
Oh. All right.
Shall we? I can lead the way.
Sure.
And I'll lead them back to where Arkmir is.
Cornwall, there's some of that water. Like we use the geothermal waters to also hit the city, and we bait on it sometimes. And
So everybody just constantly smells like butt toots?
no, because I mean the water smells a little bit, but you put some salts in it and whatnot, and then you come out of it clean and refreshed.
Does anybody have salt? All I have is expired flour. I don't think that will do the same, will it?
I mean, I
No.
might have cooking salt. That's about it. Would that help?
Arkmir,
Sure, let's throw some of that in there.
is there anything you wanted to do while you're here in the pool alone with a rabbit?
Oh, hello.
Come back. Oh,
There is
God.
one thing that you do notice, and in this particular situation, it's prevalent to you. This water feels like the hottest thing you've ever felt in your life.
I was curious about that.
So,
Weird.
But still bearable, or
Bearable.
bearable, but it's hotter than like what it normally would be.
Yeah.
Because of that, I'm actually being very careful with this rabbit. But I'm like kind of tucked up a little bit in, just seeing. She's like, the rabbit's fine. Like,
It very quickly jumps out of it. It doesn't like it.
okay, then I'll just kind of keep him like on the edge by me here.
It
There's
tries
just
to
a-
hop around a little just to explore, but eventually comes back to you.
And I guess I know the other people come back when bust out my hurdy-gurdy. Just start playing
peaceful.
some tunes.
I know your friend gets naked. I saw him last night. I didn't look. I just noticed when you sleep in the nude.
When you look at me, I'm already like.
I'm going to unclothe to get in the bath as well. You're the only female here. I can use my cloak if you want some privacy.
I don't know if you're planning on bathing, but
I don't want to be the only one. I want to be the square one. I'll...
square one. I don't know what that means. You have a lovely ass, sir.
Thank you.
Lots
And
of
I take
squatting.
the cloak.
Huh?
I said lots of squatting.
Yeah.
You noticed?
And I jump right in butt naked. I got a hog on me. A big old elephant dick. Yeah, it's kind of like this. Just picture that.
Carry that on.
Double trunk action out in the wild.
He meant to scale.
Plop in.
Yeah.
Like,
How do you walk with?
this is nice.
All right, everybody.
Definitely, the water is warm, and
Beautiful.
even it's strange because you've never been in a pool of water with
Not
this
a long
level of
time, yeah.
mineral and buoyancy, and
Yeah.
you almost feel yourself lifting up and floating a little bit.
Oh man, what a sight.
It's a very strange sensation. It's definitely not something you've ever experienced before.
Oh, this is wonderful.
So I've got your thing wrapped around me kind of like a towel.
Yeah.
And then you notice that I've got like all these tattoos
Oh.
or like markings on my skin of like different kind of constellations. If you've seen them before, you may notice that there are ones there now that weren't there before.
I've never seen those before. Those are beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Everybody look away, I'm gonna jump in. Close your eyes.
Big one's like as closed as possible.
Just close it for rabbit's eyes.
Just like not trying to peek at all.
I like dip my toes in.
Are you in?
No?
Oh,
Okay, I'm in.
okay.
I've gone over to like another side pool and I'm just kind of like putting my hand in the water and almost like testing it a little bit to see if I can kind of discern anything about it. Like,
Make a nature check.
You just heard it tasted far water.
yeah, I sure
It's
did.
Freshwater.
Yeah.
16.
It's warm. It's very mineral rich. Definitely a little bit of like sulfur, a lot of salts, a lot of sort of like other minerals that you maybe haven't seen much in water. I don't think you would have experienced any sort of like landmark or
Not
anything like this
geothermal
before.
things.
Seems fairly calm and peaceful. Your eyes do keep getting drawn to like the large mound in the middle. That definitely seems like the source of a lot of these waters.
Mm-hmm.
With your perception, it's fairly easy to see that it seems inactive at the moment.
Okay.
But when it erupts, it does seem to have a lot of force behind it because some of the trees that are kind of like bowed over this area, like blown back,
Yeah.
splintered branches near it.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Very relaxing.
Is it always this hot?
Oh, I think it's-
You don't actually think it's not on. You have
she's lying again,
This is
isn't
really
she?
nice.
Elmira told me about her.
They're,
Pathological.
Yeah.
they're tiefling nature. It's not that hot.
Tiefling nature.
Are we like time wise? Are we getting like late in the night?
Yeah, the sun's about to. Well, the sun's about to set.
so it's alright.
By the time you get here, the sun has set.
Okay.
It's starting to get.
Oh, we got a little
Yeah.
light
around you.
in
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
pool.
Do you have more of those floaty?
Oh, I
it's like
can-
the ones that you guys have
I
in
can
your
make
pool.
4, so if we want to put them in, there's going to be 4 little floating.
Can you make them different colors?
No, but I can change the brightness so they look a little different. So like maybe 2 really
That
bright
works, too.
ones and 2 not so bright ones. It might look a different shade of yellow.
Yeah.
I walk up and touch one of them to cast light, but it's like moonlight difference to it versus
Wow.
like a
That's
yellowy
so
light.
cool.
Can thaumaturgy do anything like change the color?
I can ripple the water around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can
Wisp
create
out the
some,
flame.
Yeah,
that doesn't
some
exist.
ambiance and waves
This
and
is
stuff.
beautiful.
Okay.
If
I
it's-
can't
there's
change
no
the
flame.
color of
Just
them.
No, that's
Big ones just floating.
prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thaumaturgy can do it to flames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Thaumaturgy, you
Like,
can
it
snuff a
like
flame
snuff out a
or start a
light
flame.
a candle.
Yeah.
You can also change- you can change the color.
Yeah, I get them
Prestidigitation,
confused
they
too.
have,
You can also
clean
change the
stuff.
color of
Like,
the flame.
yeah,
okay.
thaumaturgy is just like you change the element around you, so you can cause like wind to open windows or like start a flame, whatever. But
Flames
I thought that was
or-
precedent.
nope,
Anyway.
that's thaumaturgy for sure.
Okay. I never remembered the
Either
difference
way.
between those two.
Oh.
Time will cast produce bubbles.
Oh. Is that farting?
Yeah, the gas is
It
hitting
really is farting in here now.
Taking advantage of the opportunity to mask
Yeah.
it.
This is wonderful. Thank you for allowing me to come along. I know I've been along with you, but I haven't really been along with you, if you know what I mean. This is
With your
nice.
perception, you notice that around you a few more animals seem to be circling. Almost like in the distance you hear the hoot of an owl perched on a tree.
I'm gonna walk just to the edge of like where the pools are, and I'm gonna be looking for kind of like somewhat flat area that would be good to like maybe camp in, because we're not gonna sleep in the
we're not
water.
gonna sleep here. Oh, damn.
Well, I mean, it's still like right beside it,
Yeah.
but I assume there's like.
Straightforward, you can find somewhere large enough to put a scattering of bedrolls around.
Okay.
It
It's
is
just,
hot
like,
and
floating
humid
on
here
his
already, so maybe not feeling too much like the need of fire, but you could.
Yeah, that's fine. I am going to find an area that's large enough, and I'm going to sit down kind of in the middle of that area and start casting Leoman's tiny hut. which I
Wait a
have not
minute,
used
he's
in a
becoming
while.
a real wizard.
I've had
boy.
this for a long time. I used it before.
Yeah, no. When we had the shard of the thing, you used
Yeah.
it.
With the protection bubble?
yeah. Just before we leave the water, I will suck up a whole bunch of water and very slowly spread it above us. So it's just like,
Yeah, and the light coming from your small little orbs,
yeah.
as well as some of the light of the moon that's filtering through the trees over here. It lends to a fairly beautiful effect as this mist almost sprays all around you all. The loud noise of a elephant doing that catches
Like,
a few of
what
the
does it
animals
sound like?
unaware.
Well, I wouldn't
and
make a
runs away.
noise while I'm doing it. I'm just shooting water out of my trunk. I wouldn't be like,
But,
I wouldn't add sound effects to it.
yeah, it's a fairly nice, relaxing evening of bathing in these hot pools and hot
You're
spring
not
water.
truly friends till you've seen each other naked.
But I'm not showing you guys shit.
Well, I mean, you're in the. It's the fine. It's a term. It's a metaphor.
You finish casting Lemon's tiny hut.
Mm.
You sit calmly. in the
Which
middle
inside
of
of it is a nice comfortable like temperature. It's not too hot or too cold. It's
Just right.
just right.
Just right. Cool.
Does it have space for all of us?
It does.
Ooh. Are you coming into the water?
I'll probably bathe, yes. It's been a while.
Nice.
I should
This
probably
feels nice.
clean some of my clothes as well. I go over to one of the other pools that people aren't in and start like cleaning my cloak and
Are you
shirt
over
and stuff.
there naked doing that?
No.
That'd be a white glowing aura. The body.
Unfortunately, if you leave the hut, it will go off, I'm pretty sure.
Just say you did it before you built the hut.
I would say you would have probably done it before now.
It says if I leave its area.
I think that's the area within it, for like the 10-foot radius.
Just do it
of
after.
Then-
Just join us in the bath.
And then I wash stuff first and then then create the hut.
Mr. Timon, if you would like to get your rest first, I can work on getting you a brewing kit set up. Then when it's your turn to wake up, it's there for you.
All right, lad. Tell me, what else can you make?
Oh, any crafting or artisan or pretty much anything you need.
Like what?
Like any artisan or crafting thing you need. Like
I mean-
what are you looking for specifically?
I'm not. I just want
I
to
can
know. like,
It's on your face.
Thieves' tool.
You got something on your. I can't quite see it though. If only I had something that would make it look bigger. And I
Is
could
it a
invest
mole?
in-
Do I have a mole?
I
Oh, let
can't
me
really
look.
tell.
I don't. I think
If
she's
only I
lying
had a
again.
magnifying glass.
Again, magnifying glass isn't
She's
necessarily a tool.
bullshitting me again.
I think so, but I can make a mason's tool, thieves' tools, tinker's tools, woodcraft. I can make your chemistry set, but you already have one.
I don't.
I can make you a brew set for
I need
sure.
a brew set.
That's what I will work on.
Can you make anything that's handy in a tussle?
Such as,
I don't know.
Oh, I
Tell
can make
me.
lots of things. Like I said, the artificers are quite the resourceful people, and I've learned a lot from them. But if we get anything to a stone as well, I'm pretty good with stone.
Oh, you're good.
I'm pretty solid with stone.
I've seen your work on your shield. I got to say, the previous version of you, it, let's just say, had a more artistic feel.
Oh, I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'm sure it was lovely.
In its own way.
Oh, I'm a bit of a perfectionist myself.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly flaws with my work, but in terms of design, I have a keen eye and try to put things together the right way the first time.
Practice makes perfection.
Exactly.
We're gonna get along just fine.
Oh, wonderful. Maybe you'll be my new best friend, because I'm still confused. There seems to be a lot of best friends in this group.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Take
Yeah.
off my glasses.
Yeah.
I'm
keep
admitting
fogging up.
myself, I might not remember it, but
Oh.
we worked on a project together.
Oh, that's wonderful. Was it a good project? Was it successful?
It was very successful.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, we put together a reverse cylinder of something. What was it?
Yeah, I don't remember
cylinder.
the something cylinders. whatever they were
The
called.
repulsors?
Repulsor, yeah.
That's what it was. The repulsor cylinder. We made a reverse one.
Oh, interesting.
Do you know a person of name Linda?
I don't believe I've ever met anybody.
But I think you might have.
Professor
Really?
Linda?
No, she was a professor.
Oh,
at the
Professor
Artificer
Linda.
Academy.
Right. Yeah, I probably still would have studied with her.
It was.
Oh,
was-
yes,
a long time ago.
Professor, this was back when I was just a youngin',
Better
but
rewarding.
So
yes.
she was living in the community of that the woman that came over to Elmer's hut.
Oh,
and
interesting.
she helped us with the design.
And you see the big one just kind of start fading off and thinking about something.
What's wrong?
Oh, you talking about this cylinder, something just popped in my head. Some interesting.
Is it happening again?
Happening what?
He started to almost maybe kind of remember a little bit something.
Oh, I just
About
had
the
a
professor.
design idea pop up. I don't know if that's a memory necessarily, but
What kind
it is
of
kind
idea?
of weird. I'll get to work on it and show you.
No, tell
Get
me.
back to you,
Oh,
and I'm gonna go mosey off and start working on some things.
Just runs away.
Yeah. I put my armor back on top, not bottom. I was in the process of putting the pants back on.
That seems
now.
very familiar.
Yeah. You see a little gray butt, or tushy.
The Tushy Bros.
Yeah.
Anything else that Arkmir, Astro, out there would like to do before turning in for the night?
I would spend a little bit of time just trying to come up with, just kind of like writing down ideas of maybe how I could take the figurine and figure out how to modify my staff, which would require blacksmithing, which would require things like a forge and an anvil.
I can make a forge. I'm just
Just like
right tool for the job, baby.
I might. Do
Might
I
stretch
have
the
like a
capabilities.
small anvil with me?
I think you would probably have some smithing tools, but in
I
order to
think-
have like a forge that can get hot enough to actually forge something, it would need to be very heavy and potentially
No, I
like
know.
an actual.
If I had one, it would be like a small for like repairs and like,
Yeah,
Like a
small-
travel kit.
yeah.
Because I did mention, I think, way back that like, I was trying to craft like some little things with like, also with like electro steel. I got the electro steel smithing kit and all that.
You make an intelligence check for me. Just like
Oh no.
overall.
How smart am I? It's gonna be a 1. This is it.
I'm making my way over to Calthir.
Uh-oh. Straight intelligence? 19.
Ooh, nice. You think that there's a fairly... It would require a little bit of work to fashion it into something that sort of like almost taking off the blade of where your glaive is.
Oh no!
Reforging like the end of the metal and wood pole to fit the dragon, and then attaching the blade to it. That is a potential.
Can I propose a different one?
There's several different options.
Okay.
In my mind, it was originally envisioned sort of like a Paladin Libram from World of Warcraft, where you could attach it with a chain to a belt or something.
Oh, then that's fine.
You could also potentially forge it into a fairly nice set of
nunchucks?
pauldrons or like shoulder.
Oh, dang.
That would require a lot more work.
Yeah.
But you think that could
Does that change your
fit
AC?
as well?
Because, like, what I was originally, like, one idea I had, this glaive does not look like what it actually is.
Yeah.
Below the blade and above where, like, the main part of the hilt is a circle of, like, the moon symbol,
right
and
in
the
the
blade is the top. So I was thinking, like, it could maybe be affixed.
I think it would be a bit too big for that.
If it's too big for that, then I'm like, this won't work. I don't like scratching things out, so I'll keep thinking about it.
You'd think that it would be fairly simple to forge some sort of like a belt or a chain and like a hook and have it dangling by your side.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to get more elaborate with it, integrating it into potentially your armor it feels right for some reason.
Okay.
You get a sense of like inspiration that's
Okay.
kind of what the figurine wants, strangely enough, is what you're feeling in your mind as you're thinking about it.
It's like, psst.
It's strange. It's an inanimate object that perhaps isn't quite what it seems.
Okay. I have jotted that down.
So Hoku's been kind of floating on his back, kicking his little feet in the water. Once he comes around my way, I'm going to try to connect to him and reach out to Haster. It's been a long time since I have, so I'm just going to look at him and through Hoku, just call out his name.
Get no immediate
Abandoned
response
you.
or feeling.
Let's head over to Kelther. Kelther, sorry to interrupt right now.
No worries.
I was wondering if you'd be able to help me out with something before everything that's happened recently that's taken us away from Schema. I was talking to Clanko and actually working with him to see if he could help me craft something. Now, obviously, we're no longer in Schema.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a way to reach out to him. Do you have anything that would help with that?
To reach out to Clanko?
Yes.
I certainly could reach out to him. How urgent would you like me to reach out? I mean, I can do it right now, but I would have to use up more of my magic than I would want to in case anything was to happen throughout the evening. But over the next couple of days, I certainly can try to reach out to him.
It's not urgent, and if anything, here, I'll kind of hand you a note, which is what I want to reach out to him about.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll hold on to this until I send word. I don't look at it. I just put it in my bag.
There's a message later.
If Hoku passes by, like swimming by Time's gonna try to pull him down. Just a little
Hoku does not expect it. Just an immediate sort of like. Do you let go of him?
Yeah.
Couldn't get the rabbit.
Immediately
Just
floats up to
just
the
a
top
little
and
dunk.
flies up a little bit and is just, making angry screeching noises at you. You ask her, you notice
Come
it.
here, buddy.
He flies over to
Dies
you.
laughing.
Just dies laughing. Just laughing his ass. Oh, look at them. Never seen him
It's all
drenched
just
in water.
So I guess we can start the rest. I'm gonna take first watch. For sure.
You all gather in this small dome of magical energy, and it almost immediately feels a little bit of a relief from the now fairly warm temperature around you. Feels nice. Feels comfortable. You set up your bedrolls in one corner, big one. You set up a small table
Station.
It's just outside the dome, so it's not super loud and potentially keeping your friends awake. But
How big
as
is the
they've been-
space?
about 10 feet radius, I think. So
10
Yeah,
foot
fairly
radius,
close.
So yeah, like 20
I'll just
across.
step-
like 20 feet.
During my watch, I'll just step to the outside and just work on 3 possible things.
I'll stay up as well. The rest of you can get rest. I'll wake you up in a while.
Does anybody have any towels?
Any towels?
Not
Well,
really.
hair dry.
Yeah, it's warm.
All
You'll air dry
dry.
quickly.
I can use thaumaturgy to
Can
do
use
a little gust of
thaumaturgy.
wind.
Yeah.
Way to find
Oh, me too.
Oh,
Together.
well,
We're just air drying everyone then. You're like, oh,
whichever of you is
Special.
keeping watch.
I mean, if you're working, then
I would say I would make disadvantage check because I'm more preoccupied in my work.
Yeah, you can roll with disadvantage. You can roll normal.
That makes sense.
boys.
Yep. Let's see. 3. Makes perfect sense for what I'm doing.
23.
Honestly, it's fairly quiet. You hear some chirping like crickets and hooting owls, but nothing seems to draw your attention too much. Feels pretty peaceful. You do notice over the course of the night several mosquitoes and insects attempt to fly into this dome and bounce off of it.
I do not permit you entry.
But your watch goes fairly uneventfully.
Yeah, so
and-
during my watch, I would create in the first hour the brewing kit and just put it by your bed. And then I leave a little thing beside your bed. And then I put what I was working on for me into my bag, very excited and very happy. And if you were paying attention, you would see a very crazy contraption being finished that I shoved back in my bag. And then I go to sleep while you wake up the others.
yeah. Before going to bed, I still have the rabbit with me, and I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals, and turn my rabbit friend here.
Cast it? Like, what kind of rogue you at, girl?
Like, so what? What do you think of the others over there?
They seem nice.
I love his critter voice. It's always the same, but it's so good. Yeah.
I'm never afraid of someone wanting to eat you.
No, there's earlier was he told us to help you all, so not if you all are friends of Elmer, so you're friends of mine.
How are you supposed to help us?
Whoa,
Oh
rude.
my god.
Guide you all south. He said south. So go south.
Is the rest of your crew here?
Yeah, I heard Daryl.
Daryl!
Daryl.
Daryl's here.
What's your name?
My name's Jen.
Jen?
Aw, it's a girl. You
Oh.
tried killing a girl. What'd you name him?
See,
Edgar?
Edgar.
see her over there?
Oh no, you
Come on,
don't.
She thought you were an Edgar.
No, Edgar's the chipmunk.
Cher would have told you that.
Alright. Well, Jen, you're more than welcome to,
Oh my god,
to crash
I
here.
Ken.
Can I have more carrot?
Jen.
What's that?
Can I have more carrot?
We'll have to wait till. Actually, you're still up, right?
Yeah.
At the moment, yeah.
Can you just make it whatever?
Well, I made a lot.
There'd be some
made a
left.
lot.
You could
To be
still
specific, I made 45 pounds of food.
care. And I ate 36 of them. Yeah.
Kelsey,
It would just be on the towel.
Well, we would have all divvied it up, so...
Oh, yeah, then-
unless you
oh,
ate
You probably
your-
have a carrot left.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like unveil it in front of this rabbit magically. Here you go.
Doesn't taste very good, but it's food. Thank you. Like, pause. Face.
Oh, Jen.
So I'll go to bed if you want to. Whenever you need to wake people up, wake them up.
Oh, yeah, because you'll go after like 4 hours.
Yeah, after 4 hours, I'll need to get my
Even,
8 hours.
I don't know why you guys said Jen.
Alright.
I wrote Ken. I really wanted
Once
to
he's
be a
gone,
boy. Apparently.
check your messages.
Yep.
Shit, Ken.
Question: do we have more of Planko's conversing cards?
I have one left on me. I think the rest
might
were
have
used.
one, or did I? No, I have one.
I never got one.
We've used 2. I have one. I guess it still has
The
one.
ones that I had that used.
Actually, wait. How many did we have at the beginning?
I think I bought 5. I
Because
gave 2.
I did send one. I sent one to Lyra.
Oh, Lyra.
When as soon as we got to Elmer's thing, I sent a bunch of messages and I wrote a conversing card to her. So this one's probably
Probably
actually
gone.
gone.
Yeah, because
Hey,
I watched back
hey,
at
do
what
the
you
baby
guys
girl.
took from my body, and the only thing you guys took was the money, which is now gone. But I still have
Lyra.
my
You
card.
up?
Yeah. You owe
That's
question mark?
it. That's all
Yeah.
I said.
Just the question mark.
The
Just waiting for the emoji back. Yeah, it's a piece of paper with an emoji on it, just an eggplant. Yeah. She's up, guys.
I had to
What I actually sent was much sad. It was like
spoke
about
to them?
her father.
one I sent, the other one I gave to.
Her father's dead, but daddy's here.
Harriet.
Oh, Harriet, one of them, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
You gotta be
just
daddy.
Barkmere has one?
Just
left
me.
there?
No, I
Just
didn't.
you
just
have
me.
I didn't
Yeah.
have one.
Okay.
The big one probably doesn't even know he has it. So, just
I've
in his
been
bag.
carrying a letter around
Yeah.
for like weeks, trying
Oh.
to send it.
Right.
Yeah. You could have sent the bird that Elmer had, but may have lost the letter.
Oh, the old bird.
The old bird.
You old bear.
Arrow,
Yeah, exactly.
basically arrow.
Yeah.
It's a big conversation.
Apparently.
Derek are having.
What's happening?
Derek's doing something once I go to bed.
Oh.
You weren't actually seeing me. You kind of roll over. I'm like up in the air, like way up in the air.
You just shoot up into the sky.
Mr.
Red lightning's like crackling into me. I'm like,
You can check your messages. Yo,
Go down. Sleep very happy with my progress.
yep. Who are you waking up? Someone that's you?
well, not him, because
No, I go to bed and said when you need
Yeah.
to wake up the others.
Yeah, I'll just kind of notify the 3, just shake them awake until they notice me, but trying to still be quiet because he's sleeping right there. Just try to be quiet. The big one is sleeping over there.
Do we kill him now?
Now's our chance to leave him.
This is the one I opened.
I'll just be over here. Go and sit down over on the other side and start.
So you see your bird thing.
If I'm awake for the second.
Oh, I
No,
guess
this
yeah.
is the third. No, this is the
Be the
third.
The
yeah.
third?
I was alone in the
I was
middle.
first, middle.
Oh, okay.
So you
Yeah.
see like a
Wait, so the rest of us are
beautiful,
up?
beautiful
The
brewing
3
kit.
of you should be
Beautiful
waiting up
brewing
now.
kit?
Beautiful brewing kit right
Also,
in
us
front of you.
three.
Perfectly
Yeah.
set up.
Do another
Everything's in
roll.
perfect position. It's
Very
way better.
close.
Way better than the old big one. Like not better in terms of
peaceful.
quality,
Yeah,
but
but
way
just
more presented.
Okay.
It might even have like a little like ribbon or something on it. And then you see a little stone chiseled out figurine of the professor with a metal collar on him that says professor on it. I don't have any glass to make a magnifying glass. I'm not at my shop. So it's like a very finely chiseled, very small details with like a tiny little wood or chisel. He has a little electrosteel collar that says the professor on it.
He looks identical to the professor.
Just made of stone.
Just made of stuff.
I like this new version of the big
Like
one.
this?
Exactly. That's what he looked like. That's exactly what he looked like. Yep.
This is K9 from Doctor
Yeah,
Who.
Very nice.
No, he looks exactly like this. But instead of the emerald, it's electrosteel. And it says the professor on it.
Aw.
I look at the healthy portion of vegetables that I had set aside for brewing. How do they look?
They look fine.
Don't worry, it's gonna disappear in like
They
2
look
months
fine?
anyway when I die again.
No.
Seem fine at the moment.
Okay. So there's 2 things that I would like to do during this thing. I wanted to spend some time to try to brew some ale with the little bit of barley that I had left. I mean, not a little bit because it never really used it.
Yeah, we bought quite a bit.
Yeah,
when we
but
did
I
that.
couldn't carry all of it. But I set aside like a good portion in my bag, and then some of the potatoes I would like to try to put together, make some mash, and then let it.
Potatoes.
Yeah,
And then mash and stick in the
trying to do better than I did in my first first brew.
Just roll a
Dex
like brewing tool proficiency check. Just add your proficiency.
You do?
Dex plus proficiency, probably. Yeah, that's what most tools are.
All right.
Would the process be sped up though?
Has
Because
to be
it's
the
gonna
grog
It's got to be the grog down.
It would be sped up in a bad
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it might be better, but not by a lot.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
I don't even know if it'll be better.
6.
I mean, you prepare something.
Another Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
You don't know what. Like, it's
It needs to sit for a bit.
it needs to sit, but these potatoes don't seem to mash like you're used to. Like, you don't get the same consistency. They're maybe are like a little bit of like fibrous. Like, they taste like potatoes, but they look like radish. It's strange. It's not quite what you're used to, or that you tried last time around. It even just looking at it, it doesn't look right.
I mean, if Simon would probably say to himself, if Kaltir would make food, this is what Kaltir's food would look like. And then the second thing that I would like to do is, I mean, trying to keep an, like I would sit at the edge of the tent to keep an eye out. But then I would sit and try to just study the runes on my shield, on my hammer, on the beard rings, just because like it seemed to be looking at more runes, and they seem to be doing more things than I expected them to do. Some of the stuff I just don't understand. So spending some time to just learn a little bit of like whatever makes them work, or whatever magic works with them, if it even can be called magic, I don't know.
First, I'll make a perception check for just keeping watch around there.
I guess that'd be everybody. Whoever's up.
Yeah, whoever's up.
Yep. Just like me, makes sense.
I was not paying
Preoccupied.
attention. Yeah.
20.
Hey.
So at least somebody was.
Dirty 20.
6. I was
Perception.
entertained.
You're mostly focused on
I am.
the runes of the
I was
moment.
entertained.
22.
You guys got a 1 up there.
19 plus 3.
You both notice almost like a little bit towards the end of your watch.
Can I just say towards the start? I was just
Okay.
writing.
Towards a little bit more towards the end of the watch, you do begin to feel a little bit of a faint sort of like occasional tremors on the ground. And as you look over to
the
where the geyser is, you can see a little bit of some bubbling action happening. And you realize that as the sun rises, you probably don't want to stay here for too much longer.
Aren't we going to be protected by the little shield thing?
It's not going
You
to last
might be.
much longer.
We also don't know how much debris would be thrown about.
Yeah.
It could make our
It
trek
might
out
be.
of here harder.
But
That'd
you,
be fine.
both of you would notice that.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Time to get going.
We should mosey.
Time. The runes that you're looking at, you recognize some of the runes, and you take a bit of a moment to sort of remember the dwarven words that those runes represent. They come to your mind clear. Make an insight check.
Oh shit, Sharon. Come on, don't be distracted with this one.
With advantage.
Yeah.
I'm just saying shit. I don't know.
I actually do have.
See,
Thank you.
I knew.
He's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Inside. 16?
Is that another 2 though on the other dice?
No, this is.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you just roll 3 2s in a row? God damn.
16.
Okay. It's strange because most people, when you're listening to the voice in your head, you're used to it sounding a certain way. When you say these runes in your head, it doesn't sound like your own inner voice. It sounds deeper, guttural, more raw. Like, almost like the earth itself is talking to you. The stone hammer as you're looking at it, the metal in the braids and the belt. And in particular, as you turn over the hammer and you look at the rune that appeared, that you did not carve, you hear deep within your soul, you don't know what this word sort of means. It's a rune that just sounds, oh.
Did you ever play Skyrim? You're like the Dragonborn.
I tried to say the same thing out loud.
Okay.
What the fuck?
You know, it's almost like a deep, low, rumbling growl. As you do, you feel your hammer grow heavier. Like, strangely, like, as you say it, as the word escapes your mouth, your hammer grows heavier, and then slowly back to normal. And the rune that's carved on it almost like flares up momentarily and then simmers back down.
Loss. You can read things, right? Supposedly, allegedly.
Why does everybody keep asking me this? Yes, I can read all writing. Do you need help?
Hi. Can you tell me what this rune is?
Yes.
It looks kind of like a lightning bolt. It's not really a word per se.
Don't hurt your neck.
I mean, supposedly, I think what it says is.
I think it's just the laptop.
Oh. As Hoku is like retreating. Okay.
And then as I say it, you see it flare for a bit, and like I can rinse a little bit from the weight.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's what it says too.
That doesn't mean.
Well, I mean, there's a lightning bolt on it, which has to do with electricity. So there's that.
That's right. Make a religion check.
Okay.
There's no Harry Potter reference.
19.
The lightning bolt, in particular, the source where, if you recall, this symbol first appeared on Timon's hammer, was a shrine or some sort of a pedestal obelisk of the deity known as Aganaz. Aghanaz. And the guttural sound that he seems to be making sounds vaguely like the first syllable of that name.
Okay.
Vaguely.
Sorry, let me just find it real quick. Avanus?
No, Aganaz. A-G-H-A-N-A-Z.
Oh, the destroyer.
The destroyer.
Oh. Well, it doesn't really say anything. It just has a symbol of Ganas.
Oh?
Ganas.
Ganaz?
Aganas.
Oh, Ganaz.
As you say that, your hammer gets immediately incredibly heavy and almost like...
Oh!
Whoa!
Bowls him over.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it slowly comes back to normal.
What if I... Aganas.
Nothing happens.
What is that? Who is that?
He's a god. The destroyer.
The
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Yeah, his symbol's a lightning bolt, just like that on there.
Never heard of.
Yeah, he's called the Destroyer. He's all about destruction and conflict. Loves red lightning storms.
Ooh.
Huh. Why am I just realizing this now when our whole campaign has been about red lightning storms?
I mean, that's not up to me to say.
Huh. There might be something there.
Did you discover something?
Well, I mean, this whole time we've been trying to figure... I just remembered that Agonaz, he brings natural disasters like red lightning sometimes. Can't believe I forgot about that.
You should read more.
I read all the time, but they're...
I'm messing with you. You keep messing with me, man.
He's basically all...
You know magic, right?
Of course.
Why can't I do these things? Why me?
I don't have an answer for you.
How can I control this better? I mean, all I want is to find my sister, but it seems like, I don't know, we keep finding ourselves in very dangerous and perilous situations, and I keep being able to do these things, but I don't know what else I can do, or why I can do, or how I can do it. Just know sometimes that I'm too tired to try again.
Maybe it has something to do with this god, Agonaz. Agonaz. Maybe he's working through you. Maybe you're like a demigod.
No. I'm just as why the runes? Like, I saw the runes in the storm, and then I started like scratching them, and then like it started happening things. Why the runes? Why do they have power?
Are you religious at all? I don't know if this is an appropriate question for me to ask, but...
I mean, not particularly. The Ironbeards, they follow the teachings of Denox.
Oh yeah, I knew
But,
that.
we're a resilient people.
Astra, make an Arcana check.
Ooh, plus...
Nice.
I knew I shouldn't have bragged about the +5. I rolled a 2 for 7.
No idea. But the magic source or anything could be.
Oh.
How can I learn more?
Do it again. Do the... Oh, you mean because I know magic, you're wondering how you can kind of tame your magic.
Or learn more about it, or how do I find out more? How?
I mean, the magic that I have is also a little bit mysterious too, where...
I woke up one day and I find myself understanding and speaking giant.
Oh! Well, that's interesting. I mean, it's kind of similar for me too. Maybe it's something similar to what I have, where I just wake up and all of a sudden I can do stuff. Or I wake up and I'm a child. Maybe it's similar. Have you ever woken up a child or like an old man?
No. That's weird, Les.
It's not that weird.
That's very weird.
It's not that weird.
It is very
But
weird.
the magic.
You see, the only time I ever saw somebody wake up, I guess, as a different age was, what was his name again?
Teddy?
No, the guy that went with Anya onto the storm and came back, an old fart. Forgot his name.
I forget too.
But he was touched by the storm, and I mean, you seem to be resistant to it, but I'm not. I didn't have this much gray in my beard. Some of this gray is turning to white. And that seems a little
I mean,
orderly.
it looks nice. It makes you look more distinguished.
Oh, thank you, but that's not the point.
Have we been hit by the geyser yet?
Oh yeah.
We can say this was happening
I know.
throughout the watch.
Yeah.
As
It's just funny.
you
I was
all
like,
begin to-
you notice the geyser.
It's about
Be a
to blow.
conversation.
as you all begin to wake up for the morning, the sun creeping through the leaves of the woods around you. The tiny hut ends after 8 hours. So the last couple of hours of your watcher have been without the safety of
Sure.
the hut, but it seems fairly quiet.
Cool.
Just going back, just really briefly. Maybe we can have little like training sessions together. Work on our magic. See together.
I would love that.
Okay.
I could also tell you how to, teach you how to throw a punch.
Okay. Yeah, I could. That could come in handy.
Okay.
You all wake up and very quickly pack up your bedrolls and begin to make your way away from the
Long
geyser
rest completed.
before it erupts. Long rest completed.
Yeah.
The squirrels and rabbits and birds seem a bit agitated around you with the vicinity of this geyser, but very quickly begin to lead you south into the woods again. And as you move away from this nice, calm, relaxing sort of night that you spent here, if you would have had any exhaustion, you would restore twice as much.
Oh,
and you
shit.
gain 10 temporary hit points
Oh,
for a
shit.
nice,
Ooh.
warm bath in the
Nice.
hot springs.
Bath
We
paid
get
off,
10
baby.
Thank
10 temporary
you.
hit
10
points.
times.
Tum, tum, tum.
Thank
For
you,
this day?
fart water.
Awesome.
Far water is
You're
good
very
for you, man.
relaxed and
Apparently,
peaceful.
yeah.
It is very good for you, seriously.
As you begin to make your way back into the woods to the south and beginning this next day of your travel. It's a good spot to take a break, go to the washroom, take a little bit of a breather, and come back.
Okay, I'll just throw this out there. Does it make sense to take one if we're only playing for like a little bit longer?
Yes.
Okay, sure. We'll be back then.
Yes.
That's a
Okay.
fiddle.
have to what?
Amber.
We will be
Fiddle.
back. We're back.
And we're
Hello.
We're back early.
back.
We're ready.
As you begin
How's
to
Jen doing?
travel here.
Jen?
Yeah.
Jen's good. I'm just writing a letter.
Oh, is that my hand?
You're holding on to her.
Yeah.
As you begin to make your way further south, I'm assuming you're
She's
leading
coming
still.
with us to Sylphia.
It's a much earlier morning for you this time. The sun's still in the clouds, so you're traveling still seems fairly moderate temperature-wise and comfort-wise. Make a survival check for me.
Do I still have advantage?
Yes, because you are still following the bunny.
Woodland creatures.
Thanks, Jen.
Creatures.
Jen's currently being held by Lavin. I don't know how much-
Survival 15.
Whoa, we're about to fight
That's
some
not what I
dragons.
expected.
She's enjoying the company.
Weird. You had her alone in the bathtub last night.
She goes
Your-
by
the first
Mrs.
part of your
Ortner.
journey seems to be going fairly comfortably, fairly well. But very quickly, within an hour, 2 or 3, the humid air around you feels like it's getting lighter. It feels like it's getting cooler. It feels like you're getting further and further away from this geothermally active region. And the sort of mist and water that has been sort of ever present, you almost start to notice faint layers of frost forming on the trees, on the leaves. Some of the trees seem to be fairly barren and dry. Some of the leaves have fallen off, and there's almost like a crispy, crunchy sound as you continue to step further south. It's getting cooler, and almost like the armor that's been your armor, you got condensation forming on it. It begins to frosting over. It begins to frost over a little bit. Still not uncomfortable. Definitely getting chillier.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Arkmere doesn't do well with chili.
Oh, this feels so nice.
God damn it.
Like I'm getting back home.
Is it cold?
Mountains.
It's cold.
Yeah.
There's always this, this crispiness to the air in Cornwall.
Sounds nice.
Very slowly, the sulfurous smell that you were now gotten used to begins to almost fade away and gets replaced a little bit more with the scent of pine needle and winter berries, and definitely within the span of much faster than you would expect, it begins to feel almost like a completely different sort of atmosphere. The air becomes drier. These very, very evidently, you discover the root of the name of these woods as dangling from the
Frostfang.
trees. There's almost like all of this condensation has formed almost like jagged teeth of ice.
Cool.
All around you, there's these stalactites and almost like a thin layer of frost that covers a little bit of everything. And even your path begins to get slipperier, and you have to take things a little bit slower. The animals that have been following you, they seem to shift a little, almost as though they're no longer the same animals. They're no longer the squirrel. You briefly before leaving, you do see a rabbit that Jen approaches you, and
Jen is still with me.
she's very much shivering.
Just
And
like the cloak.
she remains tucked in, but they're almost like thicker furred hairs, and almost like you don't notice the smaller chipmunks. They're more like thicker furred, like gerbils and ferrets and stuff that seem a little bit more suited to this sort of atmosphere. It begins to shift into a very different woods, almost.
Is this still Elmer's Woods?
This seems a little dangerous. Please don't mind me. And I'm going to reach out and I'm going to cast Aid on the three of you. So temporary, or your max hit points for the next 8 hours increase by 5.
Ooh.
You gave.
And I will use the second slot for that. So bolsters your ally toughness. Choose up to 3 creatures. Each target's hit
So
points.
swole now.
Yeah, so you gain 5 hit points, and your max is increased for 5 for 8 hours. Not much, but it'll help.
For the second half of your journey, make a survival check. For the second half of your day's travel.
Still I got those winter friends with me now.
You do, for now. Yeah.
Okay.
They might not be friends.
Okay,
We're at a different part of the woods.
that's
your
better.
guess?
19.
Okay. You are fairly carefully following the tracks of these woodland creatures, and even though they're a little bit harder to spot because some of them do
white.
have white fur, and very slowly there's almost like patches of what seem like some very slick ice that you have to, while the animals just rush across, you have to be a little bit more careful making your way across. So your travel does get slowed a little bit, but you're able to make sure you're still traveling in the right direction. I would like somebody to roll a d20 for me.
Who has the destiny die out?
I do not.
I
Roll it.
do it.
All right, 11.
2! Sounds like destiny.
Oh, fuck
Wait,
yeah.
you've rolled so many 2s tonight. It's destiny.
You're dead.
Ancient white dragon?
Roll a d10.
Oh
It's,
yeah.
it's an ancient white dragon.
Oh boy.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
D10. Oh, that's a D8. There we go. 3.
Okay.
What does that face mean?
You're making your way through these trees, and very quickly, the trees around you seem to be getting denser and colder, as I've described. The land around you seems to be getting colder, and a faint sort of snowfall begins around you. There's like small flakes of snow that are falling from the sky, and for some of you this is a fairly familiar sight, but for some of you you've never seen anything like this before. Big one. You're the first one to notice this
shit.
because of your keen sense of smell. You smell something on the air. Something that smells foul and disgusting.
Oh, fart pools again. But much, much worse.
Does it smell like decay and like rot?
Make a nature check.
Am I able to still kind of get a sense of where we are in the trees? Like how?
You're in the middle of the woods.
18.
But do I see any like visible
Landmarks.
like suggest that we're going in the same right direction?
You've been following these animals. You're going in the right direction.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, it smells kind of like decay.
Just a heads up that there's something foul in the air. I can smell it. I'm not sure how far,
It seems to be from the direction that you're traveling.
but it might be in the path we're taking. Everybody might not mean anything. There's a lot of animals around. It could just be an animal killed another one, but keep an eye out. You might want to
I'll
ready
move
that
ahead.
rifle again.
Oh, the rifle was already at hand. But I'll move ahead from
Sure.
to lead the group.
Are you all
I-
attempting to travel sneakily, or
I also might be traveling ahead,
Remember,
but like
I'm the
stealthily.
big one now. Stealth
I'm
is
not
not
stealth.
much of an option.
Exactly. So I might
I'm
be
not
like
stealth.
further ahead, but stealthily.
Probably stealthily, and I hope
I-
they roll better than me.
I am just ahead of whatever
I'm not
group
good at
is
stealth
around.
either.
Yeah, I have -3, and
I'm
also
not
roll
nearly
at
as bad as
disadvantage.
you, but I have disadvantage.
I'm also -1.
so? I guess Arkmir, you're in the lead up ahead, scouting.
I would say
out. Make a stealth
cautiously,
check
maybe
for
not
me
stealthily
first.
for him.
17.
Okay.
I can augment that if needed.
Okay, I will tell you if you need to or not. But
I'm 11. I can.
He has a spider sense if he's.
making your way through these trees and almost like climbing up some, trying to get a clearer look. You see almost off in the distance a little bit of a clearing. Make a perception check for me.
You got it.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, this one I can also add the d6 to if needed. But so that's a 12, and I can add my d6. If you-
You don't see anything, but if you want to see something, you can add your d6 or
Do you waste
whatever
it?
to it.
I don't use this enough.
Ooh.
18.
Oh, nice. Almost like off in the distance on a couple of the trees to your left, you do notice some smears of something reddish along the side.
What could it be?
And you smell some. You smell fairly certainly like rotten meat.
Right.
Fairly evident.
I'm gonna turn back to the group and quickly, I guess, use psychic whispers. Just 1 hour for Timon, Astra, and Calthir.
Still not part of the group.
Tell us, Arkmir, what your tiefling eyes see.
I don't know what.
There's up in the distance. There's it looks like blood. Maybe it's definitely whatever the smell is. It's stronger here. I can smell it. I can see red. We may want to be careful here.
Up ahead in the distance,
Yes.
you saw a shimmering light. Did your head grow heavy and your sight grew dim?
This sounds like a good
You had to
song.
stop for the night.
Going from the I'm gonna see if I can get to a better vantage point. So, go scout.
You would probably be one of the first people to notice. The animals that have been leading you so far don't seem to be around.
Where's Jen?
In his pocket, probably.
Probably.
Just hanging out of the pocket.
Where did the dinner go?
The
Something may have spooked them.
the animals seem to have left us. We'll probably want to take this slow. Everyone needs to be on alert.
Hold on. Should we send... Let me just see what's up ahead, and I'm going to send Hoku.
Mr. Calthier, are you suggesting a fight?
I don't know.
Just in case.
And I'll crack open my bag, shove my hand in. What I pull out is a giant battle fist attached to my arm.
What do you have, like
What?
Thanos gauntlet?
Yeah, think like Vi from Arcane. It's got
Okay.
like things that shoot in, like almost inject in my arm, lights up blue.
Alright. I'm ready.
That's cool.
It looks vaguely
Like the
similar
repulsor
to.
cylinder. The components of the repulsor cylinder in a
You
way.
can notice sort of like a similar
steaming
structure
a little
around
bit.
it.
That's new.
I know. I'm excited to try it.
When did you make that?
Oh, I made it last night. It's not hard when you think about it. I mean, I'll show you sometime.
But the whole arm, including the arm that was not once there, has a faint blue glow just around the whole thing.
You begin to approach and make your way up ahead, and you can see in this clearing almost on the ground this like snow that's falling. There seem to be patches of snow and ice, and you can tell there's some sort of like blood, and there's a large mound of what looks almost like a furry beast that's just lying there dead. As you can see from the distance, you can approach closer if you'd like.
A furry beast lying there dead.
No. It's large. Very large.
As we the rest of us start to follow a bit behind Arkmir, I am going to just realize that I'm kind of really loud and be like, hopefully this helps out here, and I'm gonna go invisible.
Oh, does he normally do that? You guys are so cool, by the way.
You
Yeah, I'll continue. I'm gonna go and approach and kind of investigate the area there.
make a perception check.
Oh, perception. 8 with an optional 8. I can throw a d6 on that as well again.
I mean, there's a large, massive animal that's lying
See
down on
it.
the ground.
Massive animal? Oh, God.
That's
It's
around.
fairly big. It's you can see almost like broken antlers off to one side. It looks like a fairly large stag or reindeer, moose, some sort of large equine creature.
Is it just like in the middle of some open area, or is it like there's a forest and it's kind of like near one side? Or
It seems like it's kind of collapsed in the middle of this area.
do I see other tracks around it? Or is
Yeah,
it
you can see like places where like some of the branches have been broken off. There's signs of this animal in distress. There's blood smears across different things. It seems like it came down a path and is now collapsed and crumpled up dead
Okay, I see.
over here.
Yep.
But that's all you see.
Okay.
You approach further. Or...
Yeah.
You're still about like maybe 35 to 40 feet away from it.
Right.
I'll try and get up close to where time it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach closer. Like, come here. Cape is white. You know, it's kind of like with the snow, just kind of
So-
going through.
Make another stealth check for me.
You got this.
As now you're this is a little bit more of an
You
opening,
don't-
so you're coming.
That's a
Up close.
15, but I didn't toss this in. Okay, 21.
Okay.
You roll another 6.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah, you begin to approach, and you can see this giant. It's not like massive. It looks fairly large, very heavily furred, almost like an elk type creature that's
Oh,
lying
better not be
on the ground.
Jeffrey.
It smells
How'd he get so
horrible.
far?
It smells like it's
Hmm?
rotten
So how do you get so
almost.
far?
Right.
Lots of like tears and bloody marks, but they all seem to be like have begun to almost dry. It's like a lot of large pools of dried blood all around it. It looks like it was.
Dead for a
It's
little bit.
maybe been dead for a little while.
Yeah. Okay. I'll relay this back to the group. Just appears to be a dead elk here. Maybe here for a little while. It's rotting. That would explain the smell.
Any tracks in the snow around it?
I might not be the best person for this. It looks like at least it wandered here after being attacked.
What attacked it?
Do I get any sense of what would have attacked it? Or?
You'd have to approach it and like examine the wounds, basically right up to it in order to be able to tell. Do you want to do that?
I may be able to. I'm currently invisible.
That is true.
Calthea, if I can get your assistance with this.
Watch my back.
Yeah, I don't know where you are, but I'm going to try and get a little closer to you and just be there as a body.
I'm gonna very
Probably
slowly try
similar,
to
similar as you, yeah.
slowly start to work my way towards it. If I see any tracks between me and it, I'm going to try to see if I can get a sense of if it may have been the elk's tracks or something else as I continue to move towards it before I get to it.
Make a
Go back to sleep.
either an investigation check or a survival check.
Definitely
I want to help with an investigation check.
18.
You can fairly clearly tell that this elk had been in distress and been like charging through some of the trees. You can see scattered around some logs and branches that now, even though they're covered a little bit with ice and snow, seem to be following a trajectory of an animal in distress kind of making its way through the woods. You see a few tracks coming from all different directions. Seems like it was being hunted by animals.
Okay. Do I pass by any like blood as I'm making my way to it?
Yeah.
Can I get in a sense of like how how long ago this may have happened?
Yeah, I think on your investigation, it probably happened a couple of days ago.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I'll just relay. The elk appeared to be in distress, thrashing around here. Perhaps dead for a couple of days. I'm gonna keep trying to get closer to see if I can see what kind of wounds it has, and slowly keep making my way there while trying to potentially try to use like all like tracks that are already there to place my feet into, so I'm not putting new tracks in the snow.
No. It takes you a little bit to get there doing that, but eventually you feel like you're fairly close, and you can see sort of the beast seems to be fairly brutally savage.
Oh, good.
Make either a nature check or a medicine check or a survival check, and trying to figure out what could have caused it.
I did medicine 17.
It has a large number of, so it was clearly not an individual thing that potentially caused this.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like a combination of scratches, almost like claws,
It's fucking Frank.
or as well as sort of teeth marks. There's varying amounts, and the body. It seems like you gather that it was probably hunted by beasts of some sort.
Well, hard to be certain, but there are definite bites and claw marks. Various animals, perhaps, of various sizes, but this thing has been destroyed, mangled.
Could it be? Well, when we first came here, we were worried about wolves.
Frank.
Could
Almir
be.
told you
Oh,
about
is it
Frank.
Frank?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frank
I mean-
is the biggest wolf with his pack that he's not friends with.
It's definitely possible. They hunt in packs.
It's fucking
There
fucking
would be
Frank.
various of them. I think we should try to keep moving, perhaps.
Before we go, maybe I'm just gonna send Hoku to do a sweep of the perimeter and see if there's anything up ahead. So he can go up to 100 feet. So I just wanted, as far as he can go from me, sweep the perimeter.
As you send Hoku out, you don't even have to wait very long. Calther, you hear like a low growl.
Well, we've all been speaking in our heads because of his thing. So
that's
I'm like not moving. I'm like, I hear something. There's an animal
It's
nearby.
coming off from your left.
To my left, I am not moving.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I'm saying it
Yeah,
to him.
telepathically.
I'm not going to say anything out
But
loud.
no, but I can relay it to you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Calther hears something to his left. I'm like, I see you guys.
Should I grab this attention?
Can I hear that when I'm concentrating through Hoku, or do I just assume Hoku came back right
I think
away?
you
I
only
think if you're
see.
looking through his eyes, then your senses are Hoku's senses, but you would not see it.
Oh, are we ready to move on? I think.
Do you? Well, like with me telling you, do you would Timon see it?
Make a perception check.
How many does Hoku see?
Hoku doesn't see anything because there's a lot of trees.
Nat 20, 30.
I'm just trying to camouflage right now into the snow with my cloak, just like flat on there.
Calther, looking off in the distance through these trees, you see movement and large white furred creature stalking through the trees. It emerges from within these tree branches. Looks like a very large bear. Large bear.
Large bear.
Remember?
I'm still not moving
Elmer.
really beyond that my head,
It looks
but
similar to Elmer in some ways, yeah.
yeah, I'm notifying you again. Apparently, there's a bear over there, and I'm trying to just describe the direction because he
Right.
can't see where I'm looking. I'm like, it's at 9 o'clock or something. Like I'm
Relative to this dead
yeah,
carcass.
to the dead carcass that is over there.
Legit though, if this is all in your head, big one is just, are we moving on? Is
Well, I'm
everything
relaying
okay?
this
Well,
information.
you're not,
to
like,
these
near
two,
me, but
so
He's not linked
No,
to you.
no,
He's-
no,
nothing's
I'm
happening.
me.
There's no talking out loud. So now the big one's like,
No, no. I
please.
know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, you can't be talking.
I know, no,
Probably,
everybody.
I'll just put
Hey,
my
listen.
hand.
So I'm relaying the information to Astra and Timon, and it's on them whether they share it to you.
I'm
Okay.
concentrating.
So right now-
probably was just like holding you silent, and then it's a bear. Calther is in danger. I fire my gun.
Oh boy.
Aimlessly.
Aimlessly?
I fire
trying
at
to scare it.
the
Hocus from the
Both of us just take a shot. Buckshot.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh god, why?
intimidation.
I can't believe you've done this.
Come on, dice.
It was like she was just you.
Yeah, not bad.
Bad.
For a bear, though.
For a -1 of 14.
Might not scare a big bear, but it's a good effort.
It's safe if you hide in the carcass.
If it doesn't, so
sleeping
my
here.
intention is that if it doesn't scare it off, I want to draw its attention.
This loud gunshot goes off, and you can see the bear almost like turn around and look. And with your perception, you can probably tell this bear doesn't look the healthiest. It looks fairly like matted fur, a little bit starving, a little bit hungry, and immediately almost like scampers back off into the trees, away from you all. Big one. Here and Timon. Roll a perception check for me.
Yeah. I sent Hocus then.
17.
6.
Big one. You're really focused in front of you, looking through the tree line for the bear. Timon, you notice, and maybe it's because you're more used to the gunshot going off. Off to your right, you hear a fairly distant but loud crash, followed by
Oh boy, something's charging.
Something's coming! Race!
as you turn,
And-
you look and see the two giant trees that you're standing next to. One of them almost seems to tilt in one direction.
God.
As leaping towards you is a giant gorilla with 4 arms, and it is right on top of you. Roll initiative.
First of all, Elmer's not a friend with one of these.
You have Vigilant Blessing.
Guess what, guys?
What
Yeah.
does that give?
Jen, is this one of your friends?
Natural 20 for 17.
Amazing.
My dexterity's not good.
Oh, man.
A gorilla!
This is
I did
probably
not
one of the lowest
expect that
I've rolled in a
shit.
while.
What the
What
fuck?
did you roll?
4-armed gorilla?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Rolled a nat
shit.
20. That never happened.
You got a
Plus?
nat 20?
Yeah.
Plus, minus?
Minus
Nat 20s.
Yep.
See, best friends, sorry.
These are the first nat 20s for today.
They are. Mine's not. Mine's 17. But
So the dead elk is around here.
Okay,
Kelthir
so
is around here.
I would be right near it.
I was that way.
also
looking
near-
Actually,
backward.
let's just make it so the elk is like around here, so that we have more room for the
Did
rest
we
of
turn
you
on
all.
battle cam?
Wait.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So I would be close to the big one and Astra, probably.
So you three are somewhere around
Snow.
here. I don't know if that's good for that. And you're like, oh, because you just like lie down.
in the snow by you, but I'm not like I saw the elk, but I didn't feel like I was
Oh, shit.
set to like investigate.
Maybe
it.
you're like at the bush,
4-armed
Yeah.
gorilla.
like here. I don't know.
Look at those baby
I just imagine like
in the middle.
with the cloak, I can like
Beach.
kind of settle into the snow.
You're like commandoing.
He's perfectly blocked by the tree. Okay, he's not bad. There we go.
Initiative 25 to 20.
We also have a minus?
Yeah.
Nice. We're so good. Yeah.
20 to 15.
What'd I say? 17.
19.
So
Okay.
Astra.
I've been rolling great today, there.
Yeah, I gave you advantage. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What was yours? 17?
17 for big one. And the
15
professor
to 10.
goes after me. Oh,
14.
wait.
11.
Calthier 14.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
It's 11.
11.
10 to 5.
8.
Oh, Arkmir.
He's
Perfect
gonna have
for an
so many
actual,
options for sneak attack.
You had advantage on your
did.
initiative? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what you rolled.
Alright.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I mean, I rolled a 13 plus 1. That's not bad.
Astra,
Kicking things
you're
off.
still looking through Hoku's eyes, but you do hear this like loud crashing noise coming from behind in the direction that Hoku's flying away from you. Like, what are you doing?
He's flying in the opposite direction.
Hoku was like circling around in this direction, and he heard, and you were visioned through him. You heard something behind you.
Okay. Can I assume, can I just like cut that tie?
You can. Yeah.
Okay. Is that my action?
No.
You see us like, oh shit.
You just see.
Oh, I did say that
Yeah.
something was coming.
Yeah, but she
know.
couldn't-
But I
couldn't-
was
she
was in
concentrating
Hoku,
through
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You did hear a loud gunshot followed by like crashing trees behind
Okay,
you.
so I snap out of it from Hoku, and I turn like, ah! And then I cast slow with my stuff with the timekeeper.
Man, we're getting into some
Slow
level
is
20
nice.
shit now.
Level 20.
You guys are level 20.
around.
Big one came back level
Oh,
20.
Is that a
Wait, that's a cube, right? 40-foot cube.
40-foot
Wisdom
cube,
save?
but I'm not gonna slow any of us.
Yeah.
Sorry, it is wisdom.
okay? That definitely fails, so it is slowed. Which
That's
is
so
good.
Get that
big.
slow
Big.
That's
thing.
huge. 2
there
minus 2
should be
penalty to
a
AC.
slow-
Dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, minus two.
Target
to
speed
AC.
is
It can only do
halved,
one action, I
minus
think,
2 to
too.
AC, dex penalty to AC and dex saving throws. So minus 2 to dex saving throws as well. Can't use reactions.
Holy shit.
Only one of an action or a bonus action.
Not both.
Not
Yeah.
both.
So King Kong just stormed in and she went, ha! And he's like,
You
It
can
can't
see
make
it
more than one
moving
melee or
very
ranged attack.
slowly, almost as it's charging.
trying to charge forward. Yeah.
Dang.
We might not have slow. I don't know how common slow is for this. But anyway, cool. Nice. Anything else?
Because I could do a bonus action.
Do you want to move
Yeah.
at all?
Slow.
Sorry, just give me 1 second. I do have a bonus action. I just forget what it is.
If you click actions, it'll call out what your bonus actions are.
I'm just gonna move over here and kind of get a bit of cover.
Hopefully another one doesn't come.
I'm
No,
just
but right now
gonna-
you don't know that. So
You
do
don't
it.
know
Do
that,
it. Yeah.
so-
What's that?
Invisible.
Oh yeah, I am still invisible.
Cool. That's huge.
That's
big
my
one.
turn.
Oh, really excited and seeing a terrifying thing. He's gonna look at Mr. Nope, you're invisible. He's gonna look at, I guess you're beside me, and just wink. And then I'm just gonna charge full speed at him. And
Some of the weak.
I'm gonna cast a few things, but for flavor, you see the big one jump and shimmer, and an echo's gonna appear behind him. And then the echo's gonna punch him, and then I'm gonna come with a punch to the front. So there's gonna be a hit
Hold
from the
on.
back.
Pardon me.
So now there's 2 big ones. One's completely blue and see-through.
What?
You,
Yeah, baby.
as you're looking
What?
behind, you can see almost this like spectral blue figure just simply appear
That should
right
hit.
behind him. And what's interesting is while the figure is entirely blue spectral energy, its arm is made of stone, and it's real, and it punches back.
So the spectral hit is a 17, and then the one for me is a 19.
Both of those hit.
Okay, so first one
That's
here.
slow coming in clutch.
Oh wait, is it advantage?
No.
Oh,
Just
okay,
the minus
sorry.
this is AC.
So the first one there is 7 plus 4. That's 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second one is an 8 plus 4 for 12 damage, and I'm gonna use a charge point and stunning strike it.
Ooh.
Damn it.
How much was that? Sorry.
12 and 11, so whatever that equals, 23.
23.
So
that's
you have to
a
roll. He has to
con
roll
save.
first. It's a
God,
Constitution
don't say
save. Yeah.
that.
It passes that.
Passes. Okay, that's fine.
The rest
It
of
was
them come
fairly big.
Constitution.
Yeah, that's fine. It was worth
That's
the. It
just
was
a
worth the.
statement.
The baby.
The
Oh, no.
attempt.
You see almost like this energy pulse through his arm. This like, and it pulses out and tries to like slow down and almost like stagger through the body of this creature. There's almost like electric sparks flying off from it as he dispels this charge stored with
I
it.
have 2 cool minis coming, but
Cool.
awesome.
It is now the creature's turn.
Big monkey. Donkey Kong.
Big one, you're the only one nearby, so
Yep.
he's just going to try and pound into you with.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
anything negative
As long
from
as whatever it is can be used as a reaction.
anything negative to his attack from for slow.
No,
his
it just
attack?
means it can only make one attack with
Oh,
its
gotcha.
4 arms and its mouth. So
Yes.
it's pretty bad.
I love it. I love it. That's huge.
Sorry, Rafay.
It's gonna try and bite at you because
Bite,
bite
okay,
does
yeah.
more damage.
Sure. No, that makes sense.
That is a natural one.
I'm just like,
You get to make a wisdom save at the end of the turn for slow. That's a 2. Congratulations.
oh, okay, yes.
Well, Calvin, it's your turn.
I'm going to move a bit closer.
Poor Fang.
Be a little bit.
Get over here.
That happens, man.
Shit happens.
That just means the next fight he's gonna come out with something really.
Yeah, he's gonna have immune to slow. Yeah.
And nobody will see it because I'm invisible, but I am going to just like touch the end of the blade so that it lights up in a moonlight and spin it until it creates the circle and push through to cast Spiritual Weapon.
That's cool.
Except it's not a fire-looking sword. It's
Your
Normal-looking sword.
the
glaive.
circular
Oh, it's a crescent moon.
crescent blade.
Oh, sick.
And then we'll use the bonus action to spin it into the side of this guy.
Okay, roll it.
Different from like a scythe.
Sorry?
It's different from a scythe.
Well, a scythe is like a long handle with a
Yeah.
thing. No, this would be like, if I had a handle here, it would be like this.
Oh, really?
And it's a blade.
Really circular.
18.
Yeah. So not like a
That's-
scimitar, but even more
Yeah.
curved. Yeah, it's a blade.
That's cool.
11 radiant damage.
What did you roll to hit?
That's not radiant. What is that?
He rolled an 18.
What did you roll?
Mine 17 hit, so
17 hit.
yeah. How much radiant Derek?
Force damage.
How much first?
Force.
11.
Takes that force damage.
And how do you want to do this?
That's copyrighted.
True.
Oh, I am
Paint
no
us a
longer
picture.
invisible because I
You are
cast
no
the
longer
spell.
invisible. Timon.
Diamond.
How would you like to do this?
I am going to look at the creature. I will put away my gun and have my hammer and shield ready. I mean, the shield was already at the ready. And I'm going to cast Giant Smite as I run towards the creature.
And an echo of you.
Yeah.
And an echo of me, you as well, appears on the other side. And as I run towards it, I'm going to use my first attack to with my shield. I'm just going to try to tackle it.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the the shove action to try and get it prone.
It's a big ass creature, but you're a big ass boy.
I'm a big ass boy. So is that a
So you're moving towards it?
contested strength?
It will be a contested strength check, yes.
All right,
So you
Actually, I think you make an athletics check.
an athletics check.
makes sense, yeah.
Which I
It's
can
still
do
strength
at-
based,
at
so.
my-
Oh god. What's that damage?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a 22
Okay.
athletics.
Dwarven fortitude.
You definitely succeed.
So it's prone.
Yep.
This poor monkey.
And then I am going to wail on it. Like I'm
So that counts as one of your attacks.
one of my attacks. I have another attack, and
Yeah.
I will attack it at
At
advantage.
advantage.
Let's imagine when it tries to attack us. Attacks us
Yeah.
deep
That
style.
will be a 25.
Pretty sure it's
to
impossible for you to miss with advantage. Like, so roll damage.
25.
It's like a punching bag at this point.
I made a mistake. Came out here.
Don't feel bad, because there's gonna be a fight where he gets us right back, so.
No, I feel bad for the monkey.
Oh, I don't. Fuck this monkey. I ain't Elmire anymore.
So this will be 12 points of damage. And I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
I will do it again.
This guy just
Another-
jumped in and he was about to say, Elmer sent me, follow me this
It's like, you're going the wrong way.
this way.
20 to hit.
That hits, man. That hits. Sorry, he's already dead.
Another 12. Another 12. And
I'll
I
probably
am
miss my
going to
attack.
spend my last attack to restrain it.
Okay.
To keep so
Make
same
another
thing.
athletics check.
Not athletics check. Oh my god, this
Why
was
do you get
terrible.
advantage for athletics?
Huh?
Why do you get advantage for athletics?
Because of giants.
God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, he's huge right now.
That's why I'm.
We're basically gods.
But I rolled like shit, and this is a 7.
He rolled
Sorry,
17,
9.
so he
Nine.
shoves you off as you're trying to like
His
pin him down
forearms
to the
able
ground.
to.
Yeah.
He's still prone.
He's still very slow, so it's almost like
He has
still
taken
reeling
so
from
much damage.
not being able to move too much.
He's taken
But he
so
does
much
not.
damage.
He does not get restrained by you.
It's a ton.
Okay. Yeah, he's not restrained, but that's my
What? Who
turn.
did the 100?
How far is it from me right now?
I have 23, 11, 12, and 12. And then whatever he just hit with.
You were up
be.
with the Calfair, so
Yeah, I was just wondering distance-wise, how far is he from you?
It's insane.
Or someone can count?
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, about 40 feet.
Okay, yeah, then I'll move in. Like,
Sorry, I counted wrong. I doubled it by
I was
accident.
gonna say, how the fuck have we done that
do you
much?
mind
already?
moving me in like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
15 feet or something like
15.
that?
Is there
like
something
over
else
here?
you wanted to do? So where do you want to do?
Just correct one thing. Deduct 2 of my second hit, because I can only use my d6 once per turn, and I use twice.
Well, that changes
So
everything.
what's
That reduces
12 and
100
a 10.
points.
That's
a
where
lot.
it was. That's where it
12
was.
and a 10.
I'm still, just advanced, but still like stealthily. So I don't know what my.
This is Commando crawling with
Yeah.
his white cape.
And I am going to attack with psychic blades from distance. Yeah.
The creature is prone, so you do have disadvantage on that attack.
Range.
Oh, I would have disadvantage.
Range
yeah,
attack.
range
Range
attacks
have disadvantage on prone
yeah.
creatures.
Oh.
He's laying on the ground. He's hard to hit.
That's
Yeah.
just, it's a weird rule,
Such a
especially
silly
because it's
rule.
really big,
Yeah.
but it is
Yeah.
a rule.
Keep
For
in
a
mind, you
reason.
have
Yeah.
the way we could is time and standing over top of him. You can barely see it.
Yeah,
see it,
sure.
Like
Okay.
you have to like precision snipe it. And it's hard.
Can I get yourself advantage from attacking from hiding?
If you climb up to a high, like to one of the trees near it, maybe.
It's pretty far. How far can you move?
Well, from where I was, I could have probably climbed that tree that's right by
This
you
one?
guys.
I don't think.
But yeah.
Oh, that tree? Yeah, maybe. Because you'd be right on top of it, and your vision would be like kind of not blocked. I don't think you'd have advantage on the attack. It would just be a
No,
straight roll.
straight roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
That hits.
Oh.
It has a -2 to its
Yeah,
AC.
it's
so.
it's
Oh,
also
man.
natural armor, so it's probably around 14 to begin with.
Okay. And this is gonna smack him.
Get him deaded.
That's 16. It's 20. 26 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. It's looking real rough.
Well, so I'll follow up. That hits. That's a 24 to hit.
Yes.
It might hit.
Yeah. And this one is 4.
Yeah.
That's 7 damage.
Okay.
7 psychic.
Alright. It's looking pretty rough. Astro, what are you doing?
I know I'm ranged, but I'm still gonna just take the disadvantage and go for Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So
Roll the hit.
first one would be 15.
That hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really low AC.
It's
Well,
massive.
natural. It's natural armor,
And
so
it's minus
max
2.
14 minus 2 because it's slow.
1d10 plus 4.
Yeah. So even it might be
so
12
10
minus 2. Who knows?
10 points of damage. And then second to
It
hit
does not pick her skin.
Yeah.
Natural. So.
is
How much was the damage on the first one?
10.
10.
Okay.
And then 11 to hit.
That
Okay.
So yeah, it's probably 14 minus 2. Okay.
And I'm gonna move in closer. Let me just move around here, I guess.
big one. You do?
Yeah, trying to impress his new group. I'm sorry, Rafay, this is going to be overkill to the fucking max. But seeing that he just tried taking a bite out of me, I'm actually going to swap places with my Echo, so that the Echo is where that he just tried. It doesn't matter. Echo is now where I was. I'm where the Echo was.
You notice this like shimmering.
Teleport.
Yeah, it almost looks like they both look the same for a moment. Both like a stone arm as well as a metal arm, and strangely enough, those two combined look kind similar to the big one that you're used to. For a brief flash as they both swap places.
There he is, and he's gone.
So
And now the one standing in front of you all is this like bluish spectral figure, still clad in the same attire that you've seen him. You've seen him just blue with a
see-through.
stone arm as opposed to a metal arm.
So I know this will probably be overkill, but Big One just saw his friends kick ass and he wants to make an impression. So I'm going to attack twice. I'm going to use Unleash Incarnation for another attack from my Echo. Then I'm going to Action Surge for 5 attacks total.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
5 attacks total.
Natural 20.
You just see this like both of
I'm
them
gonna
just
guess-
flailing with both fists and primarily the like stone and metal
They all
metal
hit.
fists.
So,
And you got
Roll
a nat 20?
damage.
okay, so the first natural 20 here, we'll just get that out of the way.
The first natural
Well,
20.
there was only one. The first being a natural 20. It's not great for the first one. That's only 10 points of damage with a natural 20. Second attack
Only.
is another. Why can I do math? 6 damage. Third attack is 9 damage. Fourth attack is 6 damage. Oh god, new dice. And the last attack is 11 damage.
It's looking real bad. Its
dead?
knees are bent in one side. Its
That-
elbows, like one of its arms, is like completely crippled.
On
The
that-
other arm is
yeah.
like bent in an opposite direction. It's still slowed, so
I am going
its
to-
its reactions to each of these strikes is like slowed. It's almost like you're punching a punching bag.
I'm also going to use a charge point on that last attack to use. I also just actually
Charge
not used to
point.
everything, but
Yep.
gotta look cool in front of the new friends. One sec. I'm going to use one of my charge points to use Empowered Strike for additional D8 of lightning damage.
Yep.
And that is 8 points of lightning damage.
Of course it is.
You all just see the big one and this sort of like echo of him
I blew my load though.
simply going to town on this creature. It looks really cool. But he looks tired and exhausted after it. It is the creature's turn. It's gonna, I guess, try and attack someone who's closest
Is it
to
going to
it.
stand up?
Is he gonna look at the echo?
He's gonna stand up.
So he's low. He
Wait,
can
is
only
that-
move
is that an action
or
stand up?
attack.
It's not an action.
But it's
Half
movement.
movement.
Yeah, it's not moving.
Half move to stand up, right?
Half.
Wait.
So it has
It's
half
movement
its,
to
half its
stand up.
movement.
Theoretically.
Well, I don't. I
Double
think it
check.
just takes away movement points, right? Like you're not actually like the way.
I'm gonna
It has a
double check.
quarter
It
movement left.
spends movement.
But it spends
Stand
movement,
up.
so you lose that if you go to move. I don't know if they actually consider that.
It can use either an action or a bonus action. It can still use its move.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, then that cancel that debate anyway.
It's gonna just try and hit the big one.
Which one? The echo?
Let's
The one
see
it's
how
staring
it
at?
feels. Which one got a natural 20 on it? Which one hit it the hardest?
That would have been the last one, which would have been the incarnation, which is the
Okay.
echo.
So it would try and will at that one. It's
Yeah.
not a smart creature.
Sure.
Does a 15 hit?
Its AC is 17. It's actually higher than mine.
It does not hit. And then at the end of its
Because
turn,
it's like
it gets to
the
make
idea
a
is it's like blurry.
wisdom
hard to
saving
hit.
throw.
It has 1 hit point, so if
it
he hits,
failed its wisdom
goes
saving
back.
throw, so it's still slowed.
Oh, no. Poor monkey.
Kelter, what are you doing?
I feel kind of
Yeah.
I've learned from Matt Mercer that you can't feel bad when this happens because he'll always find a way to fuck you.
Not for
Gonna have the blade
DM,
spin
for
into
the
it again.
monkey.
Oh, stop feeling bad for a monkey. I thought you were feeling bad for Rafay. You feel bad for the monkey?
Yeah.
Natural 20?
20.
Is it cocked?
What did you use?
No.
What did you use?
The spiritual weapon.
Spiritual
Oh,
weapon.
natural 20 on the spirit watch.
Sure.
Bow Foofer.
Spiritual blade
Yeah.
lops its head off.
Yeah, so I'm
I'm just imagining the weapon from like
Overly
Xena.
violent.
That was
The
great.
circular
I
like
am
frisbee thing
five
that she
hours
has.
surge,
Yeah.
3
You
hours.
can
It's like
picture what it
spiritual
looks like
weapon.
as the creature gets
Homebrew
executed.
She has to do the whole warrior call though. That.
It's pretty cool.
I think it's just going to, because it's been attacking the side, the blade floats back for a second, starts to spin, and just cuts right through it in half.
Oh, you got the paint the picture?
Yeah.
Nice.
It slices it in half, and the creature almost like very slowly, still affected by the magic of the slow spell, almost like falls off and slowly hits the ground.
And then you just see the echo just goes.
Its tongue is just like lolling out of its mouth, and its eyes are staring off into the sky.
Well, that was easy.
I can't believe that all worked.
That was awesome.
That worked. That, by the way, that's my first time fighting anything that's not a robot in my dad's backyard. Pretty cool.
Which one's you?
Oh, he fades away. It's me. Hi.
Are you seeing double?
Hi.
Did you get hit in the head?
Also, the echo's blue, so maybe he's not feeling too well.
I don't know which one to shoot.
I'm in for all.
You don't know how this echo thing happened.
Me?
Yeah.
That's what I
you have
don't know.
no idea what. Why were there two of you?
I've never seen that before. Normally, it's just this. I don't even have this fist a lot of time. This is a prototype, but
You
that
got
was.
that last night?
Well, I worked on it. It was in my bag the whole time.
Wow.
But I worked on it, and it seemed to work. But did you see the thing behind him? And then I switched places with him. I didn't even know I could do that.
So you just
That was pretty cool.
tried and then it just worked?
I just thought really hard about pleasing you guys, and it worked.
Aw. Well, I think you're a natural.
So when you think about pleasing us, you go overly violent and then you wail at
Yeah,
the
that doesn't
people.
sound too great when I say it out loud, but I wanted to make you proud.
Look who's asking.
Yeah.
You can get giant.
I think that would have impressed
I
me
am
time at the
still a
most.
giant.
Yeah.
You're like big.
You're like
Last
taller than me,
minute.
barely, but you're taller than me. Oh, that was cool.
That thing that you did was pretty cool too. With the
Also, you notice me try and take the glove off, and I'm like,
Wait.
I can't take this off.
Do we see you now? Or
Yeah, as soon
Oh,
as
yeah.
I casted it, I became visible.
Okay, so that broke your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you help pull this off? Anybody?
I'm probably not the best.
It doesn't budge. Oh, that's new. Okay, well, it's handy at least. Yeah,
So,
interesting.
do you want that removed? I can try to help.
I don't think we can. I can't seem to move it, but it seems to be helpful, at least for right now, so probably worth hanging on to.
There could be more of these monkeys. Who
Yeah,
knows?
I'm doing like a perimeter around, slowly kind of walking to see if I can hear or see anything around, any other.
Make a perception check.
See the mini. Does it actually have those tusks?
Did
I'm gonna
anybody
cut them
get dirty 20? Did anybody get hurt? Do I need to heal anybody? No, that's okay.
I still don't really know what you do.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Okay, we all look okay.
You notice that the tracks of the bear seem to have been like you can look to follow the tracks of the bear if you'd like, but they're off in a different direction. You don't see the bear anymore. You do hear off in the distance a few. Ooh, ooh,
Now that's Frank.
ooh.
In which direction? Can I make that out?
Behind you,
Okay.
but in several different directions
monkey.
behind you.
Okay, so they're kind of scattered a bit, but got it.
Arkmir, roll a nature check.
remind me a lot of like Caleb moments where he's like slow.
And
that's like,
yep.
yep.
17.
You get to work and very easily, like sticking a dagger in between the sort of like jaw and teeth of this. You pull a couple of times and pull these two teeth out. You also notice something interesting.
Do those three things.
You notice this creature when you pop out the teeth. Doesn't bleed as much as you thought it would.
It's pretty cool.
You thought there would be more of like a little bit of a gush, and even like the blood that's pooling out of it where you slice it in half.
It's not fun.
It's a little
I got
bit
stomach
thick
straight.
and coagulated almost, and doesn't seem like that much.
Stunning is awesome. When it works, yeah.
Huh.
He doesn't have much blood.
Oh,
Like he doesn't bleed like you would think he
he
would.
doesn't bleed his own blood.
Just a little bit of his.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Calthier, is this normal?
Can I inspect it to see if there's anything unnatural about this?
Make a medicine check.
No, I've been tired for the last
I
few
mean,
days.
it's got 4 arms,
Yeah,
which is
that's-
sort of unnatural.
Yeah, that's what I was
Is
saying.
it though?
Did you taste its blood?
I've been
taste the
tired
water?
for the last few days. Did it have 4 arms, or was I making that
God
up?
damn it, 13.
Monkeys don't have 4
I also
arms.
missed that description.
Not
It has 4
usually.
arms.
Oh, yeah.
It does have 4 arms.
its cute
Two
little
large
arms.
and
Yeah.
2 small.
It's got little baby
Yeah, it
arms.
does on the model.
Two little baby arms.
Yeah.
Oh, there! I didn't even see that rotating the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 baby arms.
It's got little baby arms.
Unfortunately, when
Sounds
it's
like-
slowed, it can only attack with
He-
one
he
of them
walks
at a
like
time.
this. I'm gonna
As
get
opposed to
you.
4 of them.
They're so little.
Yeah.
We're making fun of it as it's dead.
Look at how stupid it looks.
We're gonna get so fucked every time, man.
The creature doesn't
grabs
seem,
the 2 little arms.
the creature doesn't seem natural.
Okay.
It seems like some sort of a monstrosity as opposed to a natural beast.
Does it seem like some sort of weird mutation thing that's been like... Does it seem like
Hard to
there's
tell.
some foul magic at play here?
No, you don't think so.
Okay.
It doesn't. It seems like it might just be a sort of strange creature that lives in these sort of strange woods. But with your medicine check, you do notice the creature seems a little emaciated, a little
Oh no.
hungry, a little weak, a little desperate, and you can't help you immediately moving to where Arkmir pulled the tusks out. You pull apart the fur and you notice 2 tiny pinprick marks just above its shoulder.
Vampires! Oh shit!
So,
Also, Elmir was a vampire, by the way.
yeah, this animal seems to be emaciated a little bit. The bear that approached us as well seemed
Fucking
troubled as well. The animals here seem to be drained of perhaps blood. I mean, there are bite marks here of some kind. Would I know of such a thing as vampires?
Make a
Let's fucking go.
make an Arcana check or a
this
history
got me
check.
so hard. I mean, excited.
Astro, would you be able to ask any of the... I mean, well, I say any of the others. Could you ask Jen about vampires? Sorry, not vampires.
Vampires.
Something that might cause this.
I could, yeah, but I mean, I feel like you guys formed like a good connection. Shouldn't you ask her?
Aw, are you jealous a little bit?
I
No.
don't know how to.
I got a nat 20.
You've heard of
Lying to
creatures
us.
of the night that
Okay.
feast and drain
I
blood
would, but
from
I
particularly beasts in
I can ask.
vicinity,
Yeah, I
but
can ask her.
also
I'll see what
mortals
she
and
says.
humans. They
hey, Jen.
particularly feast at night.
Okay.
That's 2 conversations.
Do I know
going.
the name like vampire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, may not need you.
It's a vampire.
Wait, do your teeth grow? Is that why you like the moon? Yeah, it all makes sense now.
The 2 holes that are there to begin with.
Yeah.
There's just Kelton going over. Like,
Yeah.
There are creatures that feast on the blood of others. Vampires maybe around here? I mean, I can't be certain, but I've read of these creatures that
I've
do
read
such a
about them
thing.
too.
Has my father
Then
ever
you
told
would-
me stories, child stories? No. What?
Schema doesn't have anything.
What's a vampire?
Vampire.
Vampire.
I've read about that.
The creatures
that?
of the night, they hunt their prey and drain their blood.
And when they go into the sun, they sparkle.
I don't think that's true.
That was in my books.
Is anybody else just got really scared? No, me neither. Okay.
They typically actually cannot go in the sun, I believe.
Because you'll see their sparkly
Not because
skin,
of that.
and then you'll know that they're a vampire. It's a dead giveaway.
We perhaps want to keep moving.
You all can hear this.
yeah.
I
A little
think
closer than you were.
we may be
before.
being tracked at the
Oh,
moment.
you guys are real adventurers. Oh, okay.
More so just
We'll
trying to
keep
get
going.
by.
Mauve,
We
The
should
other thing
all
I'm going
see.
to do.
is there any lore in
Cornhole.
Cornhole about vampires?
Or
around?
as Elmer said,
I think
cornhole.
you probably have heard some legends and some tall tales in the many taverns, but you don't know what's true and what's not.
Oh, then I'm scared shitless.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was just collecting 2 more things along the way. I also want to grab one of its hands.
Not gonna lie, when you said you were spreading the fur, I thought you were gonna say there's like little babies latched onto it.
Oh,
I thought that's where he was going. I was like, oh my god,
I got a hand in the vial of blood.
because he was like,
You'd
but
have
hold
to
that there's
carve through
two
it,
tiny
it's not
little
something you can
holes.
do.
I was like,
yeah.
It
I'm
will
like,
take
yeah.
a little bit.
Then
Do you
they
want to
would
do this?
become our trinkets.
I think
I,
so.
my
Cut through
echo
it.
probably beat the shit out of
I'm
them.
going as fast as I
And then
can.
what's the other thing you want to do?
No, I was just getting the vial of blood. 'Cause I have a
Okay,
collection
the
of
vial of
blood.
blood is easy enough.
Yeah. Super
But
coagulating.
the hand,
but-
it's gonna be a little bit to try and carve through it.
No.
As the rest of you are all standing around, you see Arkmir get down on the ground and begin to start carving the hand off of this.
You're taking its hand?
I'm taking a hand.
You're an odd creature.
Wait, are you taking the hand or
No,
the
I'm taking
hand?
the baby hand.
Okay.
Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Hear a howl while Arkmir is still working at this, about halfway through it, much closer. to
Oh.
I think we need to go.
We need to run. Hurry up.
Or leave it.
Are you still working on it? Because I'll walk up and grab it with my battle fist and just rip it off, and there you go.
I'm still working on it.
You'll have to make an athletics check.
I'm down. I'll help him. We gotta go. We gotta go. Not bad. One sec. I closed it. One sec. Hold on. What did you say?
Athletics.
15.
With you carving away at it, you're trying to like twist and snap its wrist off.
Oh,
I will make a roll. You yank it once, and its wrist joint just separates. You hear this like cracking and splintering noises, charge the bone almost like fall off of it. The flesh that you mostly cut through, you're just holding onto this hand in your metal arm. Much closer in the distance, you hear a loud howl from all directions around you.
Oh, we gotta go.
Got time to go.
Yeah, time to go. Yeah.
As you all begin to dart off further south in the same direction that you were traveling
Yeah.
in. Which is probably a good spot to wrap up for tonight.
Oh god, we ain't out of the
See what
woods
happens
literally yet.
next time.
Literally aren't out of the woods.
We're about to get fucked by a bunch of wolves.
I've never been fucked by
Nice.
anything.
About to meet the fangs of
Anyway.
the forest.
Cool. That was dope.
Maybe they're werewolves because werewolves and vampires.
Maybe.
Alright, until next time. Good episode. I'm excited. Vampires. Oh shit!
See you guys next time in the alcove.
Bye.